Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. And let me just say, okay, Hudson is on a tear right now, alright? My boy is dropping cliffhanger after cliffhanger after cliffhanger, alright? And so I know y'all trying to hop in. You know the drill. If you could sub, it'd be great. Drop a comment if you got any questions. We also have our Discord where we try to stay pretty active answering questions. We have a great community thriving. Also, by the way, let me know if you like the lighting. I'm trying kind of a new lighting style, using a bit of natural lighting rather than previous. If you like it, let me know. If you don't, let me know that as well. I'm always here for critiques. But nonetheless, I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Well, now
Do
I'm
we
scared.
want a
I don't know what to say.
recap of last time? Perhaps given by Izuto?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Right. What did happen last time? So we managed to we did the whole back and forth of the temple, and then not the temple, and then the lighthouse, and then not the lighthouse, and then back to the temple.
We did
and
do
then
that.
we managed to unfreeze the wolf sage not before taking some hits from the old man Kappa. And we took some hits from him. Yuzuto held most of the combat, and then unfortunately went down to some really high rolls from D12s consistently. Then the wolf sage woke up, started taking the dragon out of Suiko, continued to take the dragon out, did in fact take the dragon out, even though we all attempted, our help of trying to help Suiko with her chakra network and all that. Dragon comes out, wolf stays confused, not the same dragon. Not in fact Sea Spray, if we're going to go by names. It was Dewdrop.
We didn't know that.
We managed to... I think we do now.
I don't think so.
Don't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We still
Technically
don't.
not.
Okay, never mind. We don't know the dragon's name yet. Or at least Suiko does. We don't. And what else? We managed to stabilize Suiko. Izuto's pretty hurt. Physically and also cancer.
Did you go Curse Mark 2 twice during that fight?
Unfortunately, I did, to no avail because my chakra control check was dog water.
Yeah.
So,
Rip.
yeah, my cancer's probably not doing the greatest. Stage 4, here I come.
You'll be fine.
Wolf Sage managed to, replace Suiko's kidney, all that stuff. We put her in ice for a bit. Oh, yeah, we put her in ice, then we did the whole kidney thing. And now Arata left to go help Matafusa, because of the P-Vial that was broken. And he is currently at the lighthouse, and I, Izuto, am currently in the temple, and so is Suiko, and so is Wolf Sage, and so is a dragon.
Yeah. So the way I'm sort of doing this is Arata left in a hurry, and the surgery, completing it, along with just dealing with Suiko's medical needs, did take a fair amount of time, which gave him a significant head start on you guys, and as he was going full speed as well. With that, we'll go ahead and start. Arata, you arrive at the edge of the lighthouse, the similar position as you were before where Matafusa was. You don't currently see Matafusa, though. What you do see is all the fog, or at least most of it, at least all the unnatural fog has vanished, leaving only what is natural in the area. All around the lighthouse, there are dark clouds above it, and bits of like this greenish rain is like falling down everywhere. It was falling down as soon as you got out. It's covering basically the whole island. You are pretty sure, and I think that I've had you roll a history check before this as to the Mizukage's abilities. This would be the Mizukage's famous Grudge Rain, which makes chakra more difficult to use inside while you are within the vicinity of the rain. Due to the fog clearing, however, you have a pretty clear view of the lighthouse, where you do see the Mizukage and Arinari. You can make a perception check based off of sight if you would like, real quick.
would love to do that. We're starting off Arata style.
You see the Mizukage and Arinari up there. You don't see Gotora, or at least he's not. He might be on the other side. You don't know. And you also do not see Matafusa. You do, however, see Ratsumi on the bridge, in her human form.
Okay.
She appears to be heavily wounded. She's currently sort of clutching her side and just leaning against the guardrail of the bridge there. She apparently has noticed your presence, though, as she is like looking up in your direction. You get the sense that she can, in fact, smell you, similar to the way you can smell her.
Imagine. Okay.
What would you like to do?
Wait.
One last thing. I almost forgot.
Okay.
The lighthouse, it was already bright. It's getting very, very bright, and it's sort of a like a pulsating light at this point, and the pulses are coming faster and faster.
Sweet. Seeing this and being worried about Matafusa, I go ahead and kind of like jump down and start walking down. As I am walking, though, I would like to apply my Kamizuru poisons, like the special stuff that I bought, to both my blade and Than's. As we kind of walk over, or at least jog, run, whatever speed we have to be running to do that. And I just continuously approach this bridge, keeping a very sharp eye, mostly on Ratsumi right now. Just because obviously the closer I get, the harder it would be to see on top of this thing anyway. So mostly watching Ratsumi to see if she does anything as I proceed.
Yep. She stands. He sort of gets up and hobbles to the center of the bridge, letting go of her wound, and just clearly waiting for you.
All right, I will keep walking forward until she says anything. Okay.
You're pretty far away.
Yeah.
I'll say at that point she does call out and say, if you have the beast form, that's the only chance you got, kid. I'll give you a fair fight. If you take whatever vial I'm sure you managed to collect, I'll give you a minute. If you try to do it during the fight, it'll be too late.
I look to Than, and I pull both vials out because I have the wind dragon and the Suiko's dragon, the water dragon blood. And I look up at Ratsumi. I just say, well, just out of curiosity, does it matter what kind of dragon blood?
Ratsumi shakes her head.
All right, I take the wind dragon blood.
You can make an insight check if you want.
Okay. What is my insight? Good insight. Not good enough. Maybe.
14. Yeah. You tell she's probably holding something back. You're not sure if it's important or not, though.
Okay. And she did initially tell me to get Suiko's dragon blood. I go ahead and I put the wind dragon blood vial in Than's pouch. And then I look up. I just say, if you want a fair fight, why can't we just do it in this form? Kind of weapon at the ready.
Doesn't matter for me, she replies. I have the strength in either form. If you do it enough, it just sort of becomes that way. It's more for the flourish and the thrill that I take the other form.
Okay, I do want to insight check that to see if she's lying about having the strength or not.
Okay.
God bless. I'm getting them out pre-combat. This is all part of my plan.
You're not really sure.
Okay. Okay. I'm the only one here. Okay. I look down at Than. And I just say, whatever happens, bud, you got to make it back to the village. And, tell him I tried my darndest, and I go ahead and pop off the cap of the water dragon blood and down it, and then really cool, like, I throw it off to the side and it breaks on the wall after I finish it.
Okay.
And I just
so-
stare at her like the whole time. Like I'm just like hard eyeing her.
All right. So I'm gonna upload something into the Discord.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it so everyone can sort of maybe help you because there are some decisions you're gonna have to make immediately.
Okay.
Just by the nature of what this thing does. So the others can freely help you with that.
I come back from the dead.
Participate.
The name of this is so funny. All right. You really just had to call me feral.
Gain 12 blood points.
Boop. All right. Let me see. Okay. Is there a part that's supposed to be blacked out?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. Am I supposed to read this out loud?
Oh, whatever. I mean, it's you're adopting the form for the first time, so you need to figure out where you're going to spend your beast points.
Oh, I get it.
You can
Holy shit.
Inuzuka. I mean, you don't have
1,
any
2,
jutsu, but you can upcast it to an S rank. Jesus fuck.
Okay. So once per day, you may activate fair form. Last form, when the form is activated, you gain 12. You must use all of them immediately to gain bestial abilities from the list below, which shall last the duration of the form unless specified by the ability. Okay. Increase movement speed. Current and maximum chakra increase by 10. Strength score becomes 24. Increase 1 ability score, except intelligence by 2 to a maximum of 20. You grow claws as natural melee. These claws are chakra enhancing, 3d8 slashing, critical finesse light, and other properties. Good lord. You attack with your offhand as a bonus. You still add your strength or dex to the damage. Okay, you gain resistance to 1 damage type. Okay, I'm...
Oh, the Inuzuka one's the most OP one, but you don't have any jutsu.
Yeah, at the moment I don't. That's something I can take for later. Okay. I'm thinking I just do the increase 1 ability score by 2, because it'll make my dex, well, right now I'd make it a 19, but...
Alright, you're down to 10.
I think I either do that or I just make my strength 24, because that's also kind of sick.
Yeah, you got 12.
Because I wouldn't do both. Okay, so if I did
Yeah,
that,
you definitely would.
I'd have 8 left. Okay. And I can do maximum points by 10, chakra by 10.
Do the other 2 by 10 and 20. That's probably not the play.
Making my health 80 higher is kind of crazy,
though. I would, yeah.
Okay, so I think strength becomes 24.
Yeah.
Strength 24. The natural melee weapons, I think, are...
Yeah.
Excuse me, kind of just goated.
Yeah.
So that's 7.
You have now that you have a weapon, you have Bukijutsu you can use with that, right?
Can I use Bukijutsu with my claws since they are considered weapons? Master God.
I mean, you would have been able to before with your like knuckle guard or whatever too, right?
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if I could use weapons in this form.
They're considered weapons, so yeah, you could use Bukijutsu. Anything that you could use, with a weapon with those properties or whatever, you'd be able to use.
Okay,
then
cool.
Yeah, I would definitely take the claws then.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go 4, 5, 6, 7. So that leaves me with 5.
Correct.
I don't need the movement speed, but I might do it once just because it'd be kind of nice. Resistance is so nice too, though. I'm not gonna do resistance.
Slashing is kind of nutty though.
I don't want to do resistance because then there's some enemies where it just literally won't do anything since it's one.
Hi, you have a little feral form errata. How cute.
Okay, so I'm going to do strength score 24, natural claws. I want to do the Inuzuka Jutsu one because I'm eventually gonna do the.
Well, you use them all every time you transform, so they can be different, right?
Yeah, so I don't know if I was gonna mention this or not, but yeah, you
So
can
Like you,
change.
you spend the 12 every time you transform, but in that 12 you can go in a different
so I
direction.
change it every time I go into this form.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, so you would change them to
Oh,
whatever
that
like
changes my
situation.
mind. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay,
Which
then
I
that
still think you're going in the right direction, by the
yes.
way.
No,
I
yes.
just
Yeah, that changes my answers to things though. So like score for sure, weapon for sure. Resistance she was slashing, right? Do we remember for sure?
Mostly. She could be piercing.
If she's using
more than
claws.
likely slashing.
The attacks that were used against you, at least for slashing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go
was like-
ahead and do strength 24, weapon, resistance to slashing. That is 10. And then I will up my maximum hit points by 40.
12.
I think
Okay.
that's going to be my move for now. Okay. Okay, this is going to mess up my calculations, but I'll have to think about things. Okay. That's my schmove.
All right. So those decisions are locked in.
Okay.
Arata, your body grows, ripping apart and reforming as the blood sizzles in your gut. You feel intense strength, and your aggression increases as you grow. Once you're done, though, you are looking through. You've always kind of had like bestial senses, but this is truly something to adapt to. This is what you imagine Than actually sees. Like
Okay. Yeah,
his
so I'm
doggish-
like peak animal, like when it comes to all that.
Yes.
Okay.
Ratsumi grins, seeing you take your form. This was the first time, so it took you probably about 12 seconds or so
Okay.
to fully form, which is why she was giving you that time.
How
During
sweet
that
of her.
time, she effortlessly. Whoop, if I can actually paste the right thing. She effortlessly increases in size to her own feral form.
So that's what I saw last time, guys.
And without any discussion being necessary,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and roll initiative.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, she just barely beat you out.
Did she really? You
26, 25.
monster.
That's close.
I did roll Than. I'm assuming he is a part of this situation.
Yeah, Than is freaked out for sure, but I mean,
Yeah.
he is going to do his best to help you. All right. With that, we will switch music.
Okay, so strength is 24.
This should end quickly one way or the other, I'm hoping.
I would imagine.
Love Mao.
I don't like the way you said one way or the other, though. That's concerning.
All right. She charges forward and goes into a fang over fang, normally something that you need a partner to do, but she just does it by herself, ending up at the other side of you. It is an attack roll on her part, I think. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
So 29 to hit should hit.
I think she hits me.
So half of this is slashing damage. So this will be the slashing damage. So you only take 11 of those of that damage.
Okay.
And the other one, 21. So that's a total of, well, I guess you calculate it out.
31.
All right. That's her turn. She rears on you, roaring at the taste of first blood.
Alright.
You're up.
Why couldn't she have stopped next to Than? That would have been so convenient.
It
I will. Wow, kind of new toys. All right, I suppose I go ahead and seeing her speed, and feeling like I'm not gonna fall behind this woman that I hate here. I kind of bend down. I guess now previously it was very Zenitsu-esque, but now I get like on all fours. And I perform what I will refer to as my feral afterglow. And I dash through Ratsumi to this side, performing a weapon hit.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Can I use my strength to hit now, right? Like, because I don't have to use Dex anymore? Because it's like I can use either or as an Inuzuka?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, and what is a 24? Is that plus 7?
Uh,
5 to...
yes, plus
yeah.
7.
Okay, since... Shit, it's plus 12 now? Holy. Okay. Oh! Oh, that's so sick!
Oh my god.
Oh!
I feel bad about this. I do.
Hudson! There's no way you were about to put some bullshit on me right now. There's no
Oh,
way.
you only ever do this to Arata?
The after image technique takes up the initial attack
I'm
that
gonna
it's
cry.
activated on. She disappears with her immense speed, leaving an after image that takes this crit and dissipates.
Oh, the nat 20, it's so tough.
Sorry, I'm not gonna hold back here. This is the boss.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna have a breakdown.
Arata, take 15 points of emotional damage.
Necrotic damage.
That's cute that you think it was only 15. That's really cute. Wow. Okay. How far away is she? If I... Oh, I'm not any faster. Shit. Okay. Man, being faster would be looking at me right now. Well... This is inconvenient, to say the least. I guess I could Afterglow again, just because the damage is important. Alright, I run up to here, I suppose. And go ahead and Afterglow, or I guess I'll get as close as I would need to, but and then Afterglow passed again. I guess being frustrated, I run up. Well, you can use a bonus action thing as an action, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I go ahead and I do the same thing. I get down, roaring with anger, and go for another dash through. Dude. What is her... Or does that hit? I should ask.
Your Afterglow, you slice your claw along her, and it leaves a trail of blood behind, but not enough to do appreciable damage.
Okay. That is my turn, I suppose.
All right. Next up is Than.
He can't even get close enough to do anything.
I mean, she did say that this would make it an even fight, not a stomp.
Let's see. I guess I can have him do that and then combo vault. All right, he will go ahead and dash.
I'm sorry. Actually, wait. I've been doing. All right. So she has to double. Your jutsu costs are doubled right now while you're in the Grudge Rain.
Oh, noted. That's a lot of chakra lost. Okay.
Yeah, it is for her too. She had. Yeah.
Shit. All right. Can I even 714? Yikers. Okay. All right, I will go ahead. Than runs up and uses his action to dash, stopping next to Ratsumi. Seeing that Arata is at least in need of some kind of help, uses his bonus action to do as he's done before, but I suppose it's a little easier now because Ratsumi's bigger. He runs in between her legs and then runs around really fast, hitting 3 times as he kind of dashes around Ratsumi, trying to throw her off her game.
All right.
He'll be... Oh, that's really cute. Me and Than are both plus 12 to hit now. How quaint. All right. Nice.
Okay. 2 hits.
Is... Oh, no, my katana's not critical. I was making sure it wasn't critical, because then I would have been awesome. And then he loses... I'm assuming Than is also double chakra.
Yeah.
Okay. That's so much of his chakra. Okay. Okay, so 2 hits. And she will need to roll for a DC 19 con save, or she will be hit with some poison. Rolling my D8 plus 3. Dude, fuck off.
I'm sorry. Doing my best here. That's my I've done I think 5 nat 20s on con saves.
Yeah,
over the
you're
last-
really good against me if that's what we're trying to come to.
No,
a
it's not
conclusion
even you.
of
It's
here.
specifically con saves.
Let's see. So +1 for that, +1 for the pen. Okay. So this is the first hit, and then this is the second hit. That's something, I guess.
Okay. All right. She is up next.
Oh, wait. She might still take half from the poison. Wait, let me check real quick.
Okay, sure.
Being poisoned for an hour or half damage. Oh, she still takes half damage.
Oh, there you go.
So she takes... Oh, that's actually... It's still decent. Okay. So, half of that. Ooh, good rolls, too.
17 points. Yeah, no, that's definitely a solid hit. It's almost like a quarter of her health, I think. All right. She is up next.
She better not fucking touch Thanatos, I swear to God. don't even think about it.
She you hear her growling. Her speech is is distorted, but it sounds fine to your ears.
Yeah.
Or else you can understand it.
Yeah.
She says, you have to let go of the pup. It's the only way.
Stop. Was that a crit? Oh. Can we just say that her crit doesn't go through since mine didn't go through? I feel like that's valid.
Does Than have a reaction?
He doesn't know.
Then that is double damage.
This is disheartening.
Dude.
Go back to the shadows.
I'm gonna cry.
Okay, so on the third hit, I think the elk collar activates.
What's his AC? Yeah. So he's rolling. What's the elk collar again? I have it written here somewhere. 2d6 plus 6.
That sounds right.
To 11 he goes.
Well,
You see. It actually is important for me that he lives.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, for sneak attack.
Wow. Okay. For no emotional reasons, he just uses to sneak attack bot. All right. In any case, that's her turn. She seeing. I imagine that Arata gets pretty angry at this, particularly in his form.
Yeah.
She laughs and mockingly at you, trying to provoke a response.
All right. I
roll 2d10.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You restore 12 chakra.
Okay. Do I know what caused that?
You feel just this flood of anger and aggression course through you, increasing your chakra a little bit, replenishing it slightly.
Okay.
You feel a bit of red begin to come in the corners of your gaze.
Okay. Interesting. All right. I am going to go ahead. In this form, do I still have access to my poisons, I assume?
That is one thing. No, you do not.
Okay. Fair enough.
You don't have access to anything in your inventory.
Okay, gotcha. I will go ahead and I should have done that last time. Okay. I will go ahead and again, I get in that same stance, really trying to make this work. And I, again, for the third time, hoping she's distracted with Than, dash through to the other side here, swiping by speedily once again.
Okay. Yeah, this time she will allow the hit.
Nice. Okay. So, that is 3d8 for the weapon, and then I think my sneak attack. Where are you? That's 48 now. Yes. Okay. Plus 48, and I think that is it. All right.
Okay. Maybe she shouldn't have ignored this one.
And that will be minus 14. Do I have enough? I do. Sweet. Okay. And then as I land, I think just out of like sheer anger and rage, and I'm just trying to just finish this fight, I turn around and take my newly found large claws and just try to like slam her into the ground with my claws, performing a falling blade, which I get to roll at advantage because it is a finisher right now.
As you might imagine,
Shit.
she does disappear once more,
Fair enough.
reappearing. Whoop. Right there.
Thought that might happen. All right. I'll use the chakra for it. Where my 16. All right.
All right. Next up is Than. Well, I guess you still have your movement actually, if you'd like to try to get closer to her.
Yes, 35. Right, I'll step up to there. Oh, I don't want Than. He doesn't even have the poison anymore, which is really what I was trying to get him to do. Yeah, I suppose I kind of snarl at Than to stay back a little bit.
Okay.
Your
intention.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have him. Yeah, I'm gonna have him just like go away.
Yeah. So you snarl at him, attempting to communicate as you normally do.
Yeah.
And Than yips and in fear does try to flee.
Okay. Cool. So he will go back 30, and then he will go back another 30.
All right. Ratsumi will charge in and just try to hit you with her claws. Clearly enjoying the fight more than she normally would. What's your AC right now?
19, because my dex did not go up.
Okay. So all three of those hit. They're all half damage though, because it's all slashing.
Okay. I will also react and half the 17 one again.
Okay.
So I suppose that is minus 7, minus 7 again. Or wait, when I half it, does it deal 8 or does it deal 7? Like for the 15?
It deals 7 to round down.
Okay. And then 17 would go to 8 and then to 4. Yeah. No, can you half a half? Is that?
Or, well, actually, no. It would be. Yeah, it'd be 8 to 4. Yeah, it would be 4.
Okay.
All right, you're up.
All right. Happy that she is not chasing Than. I feel a lot more comfortable. And I will go ahead. I'm assuming if I usually could do something like with the amount of chakra, but knowing it costs double, I can't like try to do it because I have something that costs 4 chakra. But how does that work?
You can try to do it, but I mean.
Okay, I will not then. I will go ahead and not. All right. In that case, I will just kind of, I suppose, see it as like we are just locked into this moment. Oh, why am I not using my hunter exploits? All right. I just swipe at her with these legendary claws. All right, dude. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Okay. All right, and I will bonus action go ahead and swipe again. I suppose still getting a hold of this newfound power.
All right, that'll hit.
Thank goodness. Will it? All right, and swing.
All right. 12 points of doomage.
Okay. Can I use my hunter exploits in this mode?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, then I will use angle, which is my perception in a D4 versus her sleight of hand. Plus 4. God bless.
So she is able to avoid your angle.
Yeah. Nothing happens.
All right. Her turn. Well, Than, I suppose, keeps running.
Yeah, he'll just keep on running away. I'm probably going back to the people, to my friends, going back to Suko and Izuto, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm. So she deals. I suppose you're gonna have one of these again.
Yeah. So they'll.
It's a
I'll
total
have the 16. Yeah. So the 16 does. Damage. Oh, just total. You already added up. Okay. Cool.
You're up.
All right. This is truly just a battle of rolls at this point, which I don't like my odds of. Oh, I could. Yeah, I guess it doesn't make sense to do that. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna keep rolling to hit. Without shocker, I don't really have much else to do at the moment.
That's my boy. Leave it up to God.
Listen, I thought about steady aiming, but I was like, that's the same as just rolling to hit twice, except I'm completely removing the chance of hitting twice. God damn it, dude. Dude, oh my god. This cannot keep happening.
She's blocking your blows, roaring with triumph and a bit of laughter. She will attempt to slice you up in turn.
All right, that's a miss. Hit.
So I assume you're having the 21 twice.
Yes.
So that will be so that's 12 points of damage total. You're up.
Okay. I bet you can't guess what I'm gonna do.
Fang over fang.
Dude, please, bro. Please. Finally. Are these things critical? Did you write that by any chance?
They are critical.
Oh, let's go! Okay, huge. All right, sweet. All right, this makes up for the the last one.
She would after Majoa, but she's enjoying this too much.
Let's go.
And then that's plus an 7, right?
Oh, I haven't even been adding my strength. Yeah, I think she'd be dead. we won't add it because I've been messing up, but
I think you added your strength.
When I've been rolling damage, I wasn't. I forgot to.
Oh, okay, well.
No, that's on me. That's on me. I'm not used to the form yet. That's on me.
Man took 24 strength and doesn't use it.
I've been using it to roll to hit, just not on the damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
She would be dead right now, but that's on me.
Yeah, she would be. Just barely, though. Just barely.
Yeah.
All right. So that's going to be your turn. She will continue.
Dude, she like crits me 3 times, and I just have a breakdown.
Only 1 hit, right? Yeah.
No, that's just a miss, right? Oh no, 22. You're right. Yeah. So 13 to 6 to 3.
Yep.
Sweet. And
so
now
slowing down. You're up.
Yeah, seeing her seemingly weakened, I am just ripping for the kill. I'm assuming that will get me there. And now I'll actually add my 7.
You're going lethal, right?
I would assume, especially after like trying to kill Than, I'm not thinking about it and I'm just killing.
Okay. With that, Arata, you feel the blood of your enemies on your claws. You kneel down and drink a little bit of the blood.
Okay.
Not even for food or anything like that, just to enjoy the conquest.
Okay.
The werewolf form falls to the side of the bridge, leaving you panting, triumphant, in the grudge rain surrounding you. With that,
how long does this form last? Did you write that?
A minute.
Okay.
As much as Mark 1 must.
You look up as something catches your attention, the bright lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Go and make a quick perception check.
Okay. This is just sight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You see Aranari and the Mizukage, mostly through shadows. You can kind of see them a little bit at this angle, but not that well. The Mizukage hands something to Aranari. Aranari produces a scroll, puts the object in the scroll, and then in a puff of smoke, both seem to disappear.
Oh, both of them?
The scroll and the object.
Oh, that's you. Okay, I thought you meant the people. I got you.
No. just the scroll in the object. With that, Arinari continues over to the lighthouse. The pulsating light is going faster and faster. It's basically like a strobe light at this point, filling the sky with bursts of light. The grudge rain slows down and stops. The Mizukage steps back. You can hear him shouting. You can't hear what. It's too high up.
Okay.
The light stops for a moment, leaving the whole island in black, and then it lights up all at once. A great torrent of energy hurtling into the sky out of the center of the lighthouse. After a moment, it disappears into the clouds and then reappears. You turn around about a half a mile back where you just came from, where the Blood God's temple was. It strikes the land, and even from here, you can feel the heat and force almost scalding you with the uptorrent of vaporized dust and water. With this shock, Arata, you are knocked out of feral form, back into normal form. So if you want, hey, look at that! I linked it correctly. How about that?
Nice.
Look at me. In any case, the lighthouse, all the light vanishes. The torrent of energy finally dissipates. With this, Arata, the torrent of energy, just to give you some perspective, it is by far the largest single jutsu or technique that you've ever seen by a considerable margin.
And you said it was like directed towards the temple, or at least from what I can tell.
It looks as though it smashed directly on top of where the temple was.
Okay. Yeah, I would just be full sprinting back to the temple.
Okay.
Trying to catch up to Than, I suppose, as well, because he'll probably be
sure.
on that.
Than does manage to take cover. He saw it coming as well. He's a little bit burnt, aside from the scars of battle. He's also not doing super hot. As you get to the top of, and I don't have a map for this, so we'll just go ahead and use this area here.
Okay.
About when you get over to the other side there, closer to the temple, you see basically this giant crater with mist rising through it. You look down, just based off of your estimations, you get the sense that the entire Blood God Temple and possibly some of the soil beneath was completely destroyed by the blast. Is there anything in particular you'd like to do?
Have a breakdown? As like there is no remnants of anything.
I mean, you can't tell. It is covered in mist from all the vaporized soil and water.
Okay. I mean, I suppose first I try to sniff the air to see if I can catch the scent of Izuto, Suiko, the dragon, the sage powered stuff. Anything.
Sure. Make a smell perception check. Than will join you in this.
Okay.
As he is quite concerned as well. Okay. Yeah, between the two of you, you cannot smell the water dragon, Suiko, or Izuto. You do get a hint of the wolf sage.
Is he like down in the crater?
No. He's somewhere else on the island.
Okay, I want to go towards that smell.
Okay. As you begin to, a hand grips your shoulder. Just there we go. And you turn around to see the Mizukage. He looks shriveled up. There's like blood that's fallen from all of his orifices. It's quite a ghastly sight. He growls at you and says, "Get them out of the ice. I need the dragon."
bro, what ice? What are you talking about?
He growls again and waves his staff, and some of the mist dissipates in the crater below, just enough to reveal the form of a massive dragon covered in what you recognize to be Suiko's healing ice.
Okay.
He says, "Get rid of the ice now," and he points at Than and says, "Or I killed a pup."
I look at Than, and I kind of like try to No. Okay. Do I see is just the dragon in this ice? That's all I see right now.
You can see. Go and make a perception check with sight.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
You can't really tell. The dragon is so big is the issue. There might
Yeah.
be something beneath it you can't tell.
Okay. I just look at him like very panicked, like I mean out of breath. I just finished doing whatever feral form is and fighting. I'm just like, listen, man. Like my friend Suiko's the only one that can break that ice. I don't know where she's at.
He coughs up a gob of blood and sort of he recoils, just coughing. He glares at you and says, "Best guess then. You have one chance." And he points again at Than.
I look. Fuck off. All right. I go towards. I just say okay. And I run towards the ice. I guess just trying to look in the ice because that's the only place I would assume she is.
Okay. Descending into the crater, it is still very, very hot. Go ahead and make a con save if you're heading down there. I mean, you would recognize how hot it is.
Yeah. I think I would still go down there. I get +2. Fuck me, dude.
You get about halfway down before you start coughing from just the intent. You just can't breathe down there. You're sort of forced back up before you get terribly far. He glares at you, still like coughing, still bleeding from his eyes. He says, "Down there now," and he throws a water shuriken at Than, missing him by a hair.
Okay. Look, man, I think they're in that crystal. Is there any kind of jutsu you can give me? Because I will just die if I walk into that heat.
Go and make a persuasion check.
Sweet. I love it here.
He just growls at you. He says, "Get down there or the dog dies." Can I make it any more clear?
As I turn and I try to walk down there one more time, I kind of bark at Than, like I'm trying to. I'm saying this in dog speak, like so he doesn't understand. And I say like, if he like goes to kill you, drink that blood. As I run down, because I'm weird assumption that Than's not outrunning this Mizukage.
Okay.
And I guess I try to run into the crater.
All right, make one more con save.
Dude, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. This is fucking absurd, dude. I'm going to lose my whole ass mind.
You get not even as far as you did last time. I mean, it's just too hot down there. It's not livable for a human like you. You're forced to the surface. The Mizukage screams, his shriek sort of piercing the air around you as he begins to cast a jutsu directed towards Than.
Yeah.
As he does so, you, I imagine, leap forward trying to intercept it as best you can.
Yeah.
Than begins to try to drink the blood, but it's too slow. This is the Mizukage. At the last moment, however, the presence of the wolf sage, you can smell him just a moment before he appears. His left arm is missing at the moment. He's bleeding pretty heavily from the chest, and one of his eyes is sort of swelled shut. He should not have full HP right now. He does, however, slap the Mizukage's hands as he's casting his jutsu, and you just feel this palpable aura of intimidation. The wolf sage grabs the Mizukage's head and squeezes. The Mizukage crumples to the ground, very bloody, not a good death. The wolf sage sort of stumbles back and falls to the ground, blinking, almost surprised at what he just did, at the violence of it.
Can I do a medicine check on the wolf sage?
Sure.
As I'm running over, trying my darndest. I think I just have 8 on medicine still. Yeah. I can't roll above a 10. This is crazy.
Yeah, so as you approach him, you begin sort of trying to inspect him. He, not even seeming to notice your approach at first, but when you get close, he does like look over at you and growl at you for a second. Just for a second. And then again, he looks like surprised that he did that. And he sort of offers up his arm to you, or the stump rather. Yeah, so you do, in your brief examination, he's definitely lost a limb. He appears to have lost an internal organ of some sort. And the swelling over the eye does appear to be fairly superficial. You could probably deal with that pretty quickly if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, I think whatever I deem. So you said right now it's the arm missing, the eye swollen, and what was the other one?
There's an internal organ missing. You're not sure which one. You'd have to do a little bit more in depth.
Right. Yeah, I try to fix like whatever the. I guess I try to bandage up the arm probably, like wherever the arm's missing. I try my best to get the medicine kit out, wrap that bad boy up, all that good stuff.
Okay. Make another medicine check.
Going up, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, so you do a pretty good job of bandaging. As you're doing it, the wolf sage is kind of like muttering to himself and just like looking far off. He finally looks over at you as you finish bandaging the arm, and he says, You're unbalanced. The beast within, you woke it up.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what happened. As I kind of like just wide-eyed, like just trying really hard to focus on the task. Like I can't really be distracted right now. Like I'm trying to not be distracted right now.
The wolf sage lets you finish your task in silence. As you finish, he stands up and goes to the edge of the crater. He looks back at you and says, It's a good thing your friends trust the dragon, else they'd surely be dead.
Looking kind of at the crystal and then back at him. Yeah, the dragon's gotten us through quite a bit. Do you like? Are you able to undo that crystal?
He shrugs and says, If my blessings hold.
Right. I'm assuming you're referring to the dragon before Suiko's.
He nods. He says, Has the dragon blessed you?
No dragon blessings. At least not for me, but possibly Suiko.
Suiko's in there with him.
Yes. I think so. I haven't been able to get down there and check.
He shakes his head. He says, No, I saw them. We were all down there when it happened. It was just a light from the sky, burning through the ceiling. I barely got away in time.
Yeah, listen, man. I just like take a very deep breath. I'm like, I just need to know my friends are okay. If you can please get that crystal undone. As much as I do want to talk to this guy.
He nods and says, I will try. I don't know if it will work the same. It's a different dragon. It isn't the one that I knew.
Understandable.
But he puts up a hand and casts what appears to be a wind jutsu, blowing away the worst of the superheated mist covering the crystal. And you do see, in fact, beneath the water dragon, it's sort of curled up around them, both Izuto and Suiko. Suiko's still lying prone, and Izuto just sort of looking over her. The wolf sage walks down. You hear his feet sort of smolder a little bit with the still very, very hot ground, but he ignores it. As he reaches the crystal, he puts out a hand, closes his eyes, and touches the ice. And slowly but surely, the ice does melt away, releasing the water dragon. There we are. Suiko.
I will say, I think as soon as I see, like the ice coming down, I immediately start like running towards them.
Sure. You with boots, the superheated ground isn't as much of an issue for you. It was just the mist, really. I need to go to the bathroom real quick, but if you guys want to wake up and discuss, Suiko is still asleep actually, so it's just Izuto.
Oh man, good times, good times.
Hey, full health, full chakra, baby.
You wouldn't
Get in there.
You wouldn't believe what I've been through.
Do you also smell funny now?
Do
Are
I
you one of us?
I think so. I don't know if it's a curse. I don't know. I'm just imbalanced apparently.
Your chakra's in check, bro.
Check my shit, dog.
Check my chakra.
I'm so annoyed because I want to sit here and just talk to the wolf sage. But I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to the whole dead Mizukage thing. Dealing with that.
I mean,
am. Fuck that bitch.
They already
Alright,
assumed he was dead
fair,
anyway.
but-
They already assumed he was dead anyway, so it's not like anything changes. We could also just say we found him dead.
Oh my god, that's fair. I forgot.
I'm more
that
worried
he's-
about Matafusa.
Yeah, I don't know where he's at.
Yeah.
So what would you guys like to do?
Oh, if can Than follow me down here, or does his feetsies hurt?
His feetsies hurt a little bit too much.
Okay,
for
I will.
them.
Yeah, I will have him. I will have him stay out of the crater then.
Are these my actual stats?
You were in the crystal.
Your chakra would, I guess, be lower than this technically. But yeah, your HP is fine though. It would be at full.
Cool.
Just spent some time in the healing ice.
Yeah, I think first thing, like Arata just kind of runs down, having assumed that his friends were dead. Just kind of sprints up and like just bear hugs like Izuto. Just runs in for it, just like kind of tears flowing down the good old.
I accept it. Kindly.
And I'm just bawling, like pretty much incomprehensible, and I'm just like, I thought y'all were dead. I didn't know what happened. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
I like pat his head and just tell him we should probably get out of here. My feetsies kind of hurt.
Yeah. yeah. And I suppose I kind of try to help him. I would assume he would also like kind of pick Suiko up and walk them out of the crater.
Suiko is not currently. She's currently in one of the dragon's claws. The dragon has lifted her up and sort of joined the wolf sage at the lid of the crater.
Oh, okay. Then I suppose we just turn around and walk back.
Yeah.
Okay. The wolf sage is sort of sitting there. The water dragon, you hear it. It just keeps saying, "Wake up, wake up, wake up." It just keeps repeating that over and over again. Almost more like a stern parent than a concerned child.
Can I walk over? Well, I mean, I guess I can. I want to walk over to the water dragon. And say, hey, do you mind if I check her out real quick?
The water dragon nods, sort of sets her down and says, "Your surgery worked. She should be better. Why is she not waking up?"
I don't know, man. That's what we're gonna try to find out. And in my tattered state, I try to lean down and get to going.
Yeah, I would like to, while he's doing that, check her shit. Check her chakra control.
Check her
Or
shit.
chakra network. Chakra network.
Sure. So you roll chakra control. He rolls medicine. Is that 17? Oh, no, it's a 24. Okay.
I can roll above a 10. Let's go.
Only when it comes to medicine checks, though. So stay in your lane.
Yeah. So, all right, 17. As far as physically speaking, Suiko does appear. I mean, she's just had a major surgery.
Yes.
But given that, she does seem to be physically okay.
Okay.
And as far as the chakra network is concerned, she is weak, but she's definitely recovering. She's not on a downward spiral anymore, like she was before.
Okay, so she is not dying, but rather just her chakra network is slowly coming back.
Yeah, I'll say with the 24, you would know you could probably wake her up safely if you wanted to. It would just need you need a little bit of medicine, sort of like you did for the wolf sage.
Yeah, same thing. Okay. I I guess I don't do that immediately. I kind of turn to the wolf sage, being the only adult alive right now.
I while he's doing this, I'm talking to the water dragon and then restating everything that you told us about how she just needs some time.
Yeah.
She's
yeah.
stable.
Gotcha. So he do that. I'll walk over, talk to the wolf sage. And I'm like, so what are you planning on doing?
He doesn't respond.
Just nothing. Is he just like blank stare, or is he just?
You can make an insight check.
Okay.
He doesn't appear to have heard you.
Okay. I say a little louder. More just looking for attention at this point, or not looking for attention, but like trying to get his attention to me. And I'm just like, I need attention. I'm just like, hey, Sage, like loudly, pretty much yelling at him at this point.
Yeah. So he stands up and like faster than you can see, basically, and you feel this intense pressure around your neck as he's holding you about 5 feet up in the air, squeezing on your neck. He really lets you go, though. He like looks shocked even at himself that he did that, and he sort of like stumbles backwards.
Are you okay, man? As I'm like rubbing my neck.
He says, he points at you and says, "We're related, you and I. The imbalance in you imbalances me."
Right. Is there any way to balance me?
He frowns and he says, perhaps. It would involve a dream walk.
Mm-hmm. Well, for one, I don't want to be on the wrong side of a sage. And for two, what is the consequences of this imbalance? Because you say it as if it's a bad thing.
He snorts and says, I have no idea who you are or what age I've been released into. The only thing I do know is that you are one of my clan. We were dragon warriors of old. No, that would be inaccurate. We were more dragon slaves. They had us drink their blood, and we became their beast warriors in fights. It was only from the other sages that I was released. I could do the same for you, perhaps. Are the dragons, they're still here? They're still using us this way?
No, not necessarily. And I won't talk this whole thing through, but I do give him the explanation of not all of the sparrow stuff, but just rather that there are dragons, but they are kind of like hidden and subdued right now, and they just don't really hold much power anymore, at least at the moment.
Then why are you one of their? You would have had to have their blood.
Well,
to become that way.
That was thanks to this one, and I point over to Suiko's water dragon, and as I do that, I look back at him, and well, another one of your lineage in our clan did the same, and there was no chance I was defeating her otherwise.
He frowns. He says, I understand the need for power. That said, you should not use this form. It imbalances you, and it will be more and more difficult not to revert to it. Not to revert to those bestial tendencies.
I see. Seeing as this is a pretty dangerous game to play, what was this dream walk thing you speak of?
He says, well, it is for me to assess you assess your spirit, assess what I can do for you, if I can bring you out of this or not, and see if perhaps there's another power that would be more appropriate for you.
Well, as long as you won't strangle me, I do tend to trust those of my clan. And I go ahead and I take a step closer, kind of the in between point. I can't do that, but like like I don't get right up in his face. And I just sit down, kind of cross-legged, and just like, what do you need me to do?
He says, "Stay very, very still." And he reaches out to you slowly with two fingers, like looking at you very, very closely to make sure that you're not moving.
I'm trying my darndest, like eyes closed, still meditative state, as much as you
Okay.
need.
He touches your forehead, and you become unconscious. He steps back and just sort of sits down, waiting. Izuto, you're the only one conscious right now. What do you do?
Hey, Than's conscious too. Okay,
Yeah, Than too.
Than, I imagine, is concerned with Arata. and
he's
sticking with it.
very concerned with Rada.
Yeah, talking to the water dragon and telling him everything that's up. I would just ask him to have more patience, or ask the dragon to have more patience. In Suiko's awakening.
Yeah, the dragon sets Suiko down. Well, I suppose she was down already. And it just sort of curls up around her and says, "Fine, very well."
Fine.
All right. Well, she's in safe hands. And then I go over to, because I did kind of turn back when Arata was getting choked out. But seeing that he is now did his whole thing. We were close enough, so I think I could listen. Inspecting the Mizukage here. Anything of particular interest on him?
Are you looting the Mizukage's corpse?
Yes, I'm doing the Mizukage's corpse.
He's like, call a spade, brother. What are you doing?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, man.
I don't even know who's behind what, bro.
His head is squished. Fine. That's the errata roll I like to see.
He's covered in blood. It's pretty nasty. You do sort of give him a once over. He is carrying on him 5,000 Ryu, just in like large bills. He has 3 different scrolls. You're not entirely. I mean, you need to spend some time to investigate them to figure out exactly. They're ninjutsu scrolls,
You're
but
so
you're not
lucky I'm
entirely sure.
unconscious.
In addition, he does have his ceremonial hat that he was just sort of carrying off to the side, and he does have his staff as well.
Cool. I'd like to take all of it.
You can add the Mizukage's ninjutsu scrolls, his hat, his staff, and 5,000 Ryu.
Bro, that was no hezzy.
No, it's mostly because Sheena deserves some confirmation that.
No, yes, yeah. No, I was thinking the same thing with the hat.
But he does enough to know that he was also loaded. So 5,000 Ryu, the scrolls, the staff, and the hat.
She's gonna be like, he usually carries a ton of money on him.
So he's always been so. All right, yeah. I guess I take all those things. Not with any malicious intent, God. With the intent of, I mean, some of them have malicious intent. I kind of want to keep the scrolls and the money, but the staff and the hack, and they can go on their way. After doing
the staff, you feel an intense chakra signature coming from it.
Ooh.
Can I do a chakra control check to see what's up with that?
Sure.
Never mind. She might only get the hat.
Didn't he have a staff? No, I don't think so.
No, I didn't find that part. Chakra control.
Nice.
Yeah. So as it is no longer attuned to him since he is dead, you do get the sense that this staff, it is a staff with powerful seals hidden within it, specialized kind of for people like the Mizukage. You identify that it causes any water jutsu that the user casts to be upcast by 1.
Oh, that's hype.
Oh, Suiko.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And then
Suiko doesn't even have water release.
Oh, it is a dragon.
It's the
That's true,
dragon.
that's
It's not
true.
really technically her.
That's true.
I would have it. Okay, I guess I go to the current debacle right now. Like, can I? What's the Wolf Sage doing? Just vibing.
He's in sort of a meditative stance too. He's missing an arm, so it doesn't look quite as meditative as it might otherwise. He does appear to be conscious though. It's Arata who is unconscious.
Is he specifically like? Is he like meditating in the form of like that is just something he does, or is he meditating in the form of like really concentrated on something that has to do with like errata or healing himself or things of that nature?
I'm not sure how to answer that question. I mean, he's not like he's aware of your presence if that's what you're asking.
Okay, I guess I try to get his attention.
He looks up at you.
Hello, Wolf Sage.
Hello.
Hello. Here's my resume. Can I become one of you? By any chance, do you get a weird vibe off of me?
He nods.
Yes.
Cool. And what like when you agree to weird vibe, what does that mean?
He lets out a sigh and says, "One dream walk at a time."
All right. Say less.
That's funny.
I guess yeah. Yeah, I'll just let Rada do the thing. All right. I guess I check up on Than, see how he's doing. He's probably not doing the hottest.
Yeah, Than's not doing the best. Yeah, you could spend some time with him. In any case, with the party out of immediate danger and kind of resting in various states at least, the evening becomes night, and you guys spend the night there, sort of in the aftermath of this. In the morning, Arata, you finally wake up. Izuto, I imagine you probably switch the music now. Izuto, I imagine you probably sort of created a nice breakfast meal for everyone.
Yes.
Seeing as you're the only one who can.
Yeah. I put pillows under everyone, even though they all fell unconscious, and put blankets over them in a very nice fashion. And maybe move the Mizukage to a place where it's not in the middle dead.
That'd probably be good. In any case, Suiko, you wake up to the wonderful sound of cooking bacon.
Am I still surrounded by the water dragon? Or?
Yeah, you are currently in like this blue scale coil sort of surrounding you.
Okay. I imagine I'm like very confused, so I'm like gently poke the blue scales.
It uncoils slowly but surely, and the dragon stretches out. It has an incredibly long back, so when it stretches, it like basically becomes like backward, like moon, like curved moon, basically. And it sort of goes down out of its yawn and says, "Finally, that took forever. I forgot how much you sleep."
Dewdrop? What? Where are you outside?
He points.
Are you okay? What's going on?
He points at the wolf sage and he says, "That one grabbed me. He put me outside."
And I'm alive?
He nods and he says, "Only through the efforts of your friends."
Oh my god, that's impressive.
To be clear, Zuko, you feel kind of horrible. I mean, you're not doing great, but like you are alive.
I'm still very impressed that they managed to keep me alive. Okay. Well, Jesus, this is overwhelming. What are the others awake? What's going on over there?
Yeah, so Izuto obviously is making breakfast. Than is awake. The wolf sage is awake. He's just sort of sitting there. He's basically been in the same position, same as Arata, all night.
I am like just so shook that this guy who ripped the dragon out of me is just casually like
just vibing.
sitting there. And Izuto's making bacon. I look back to the dragon.
Bacon,
I'm
bro.
like, are you sure I'm awake? What the hell? What is?
That's a valid question in your situation.
The dewdrop just says, "We won."
I look back at the wolf sage. Are we won? Or what? Define win. Why is that guy just vibing right there?
The water dragon says, "I don't think he knew what he was doing. He is not an enemy. I don't know if he's a friend."
All right. Well, I'm glad he's not an enemy. I'm also glad to see you're alive and well. How does it feel to be in the world of the living, out and about, feeling air on your scales?
The water dragon sort of stretches again, and he says, "It feels good. I feel many things. I know the fate of my parent, and I was torn from you, but I think this is good. It is the natural way of things, the way it should be."
Did you get some good old closure?
Closure.
He nods. He says, "I was. It was a painful memory, but I have new memories now." And he looks down at you. "With you and Arata and Izuto and Than, happy memories. Enough maybe to balance with the bad."
Aw.
That makes me very happy, Dewdrop. I'm glad. I glance back at Izuto, and before I go over there, I'm like, there's one more thing that I do want to talk about, though. Since we managed to both make that out alive, I mean, what do you want to do now? Are you gonna go off on your own and explore the world, or what do you want?
Wait, who are you talking to right now?
The water dragon. I just
Yeah,
glanced
she's
up
saying
actually.
before she went to Izuto.
Listen.
Oh, okay, I thought she was saying that to Izuto. I was like, is Izuto leaving? Okay.
Izuto decides to join the sparrows. I don't know if you heard that part.
You guys seem pretty dope. The dragon, it waits for a moment. It says, "I don't know. This one," and he points at the wolf sage, "he knew my parent. I was going to ask him about it, but he's just been sitting there. He's not asleep, but he's sitting there, and I don't want to interrupt him."
Okay. Well, I'll go over there, see the situation, and we'll see if we can get some answers from him for you.
As you're saying this, Suiko, the wolf sage opens an eye, seeing you approach, and he sort of lets out a sigh. He says, "Very well. I've seen what I need to see." He stands up, walks over to Arata, and reaches out and sort of touches Arata's forehead. Arata, you wake up in a bit of a fit, but rested, if a little bit uncomfortable. You just slept sitting down all night.
Yes.
The wolf sage sort of steps to Suiko. He gives a deep bow, and he says, "I apologize. In my haste, I almost killed you."
Suiko is like kind of shocked because she honestly did not see this going this way. Thank you. I appreciate the honesty and realizing. I just appreciate that. Thank you.
He straightens. He says, "I understand a little bit better, I think, from rooting around in that one." And he points at Arata. He says, "You and the dragon have been bound together for some time through sealing jutsu, that of the fox sage."
Okay, well, Fox Sage, I didn't know anything about that. Rooting around, okay. Okay.
I guess during this I come up, and then now that everybody's awake, hand them their food.
Oh,
I go ahead and go to Arata Suiko, congratulating Suiko for surviving. 'Cause it got dicey there for a second. And then I go to the wolf sage and offer him food, although I don't really expect him to take it.
I
No,
say
he
thank
accepts
you for the
Oh,
food
he
and
accepts it.
thank
Okay,
you for me.
nice. Yeah, I kind of go up to make sure Arata's alive, and then I go up to Suika and go, "Yeah, you were gone for a lot.
Yeah, I can feel it. I feel it real good.
Also, you've been knocked out on that. You should probably come and sit down, and we can talk about it."
Okay. All right.
I hand Than his lovely food too. My
The
good little-
wolf
my
sage
good
sort of
little
sits down as you guys sort of form your eating circle. The water dragon sort of positions himself right behind Suiko, and he just sort of like puts his head down like really close to her and just like is sniffing her food as she eats it.
Can I give the water dragon food? I thought about that. I don't know if I had enough to give him any sustainable amount of food.
I hand him my bacon.
The water dragon and the wolf sage sort of both look over at Izuto and Suiko are offering it food, and they both say, well, the wolf sage says, they don't eat, and the water dragon says, I don't eat.
Oh, well, okay. I just wanted to get you the opportunity.
He snorts, he says, I like the smell though.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. Feel free to keep sniffing that.
All right. I get during the eating circle. I'm the most, I guess, competent with my limbs at the moment, so I'd probably finish the quickest. And then kind of catch everybody up on where we're at. Yeah, so you got knocked out. He's actually not that bad. He thought that you were an enemy. He's not really an enemy. I don't know if he's a friend. He killed the Mizukage. Skip over that part. I looted him. Skip over that part. Arata's been knocked out for like 8 hours now. Dan's good though. I'm good.
I look over at the music
Sparrows
contest
are noteworthy
and I'm
to me,
like,
though.
bro, what?
Yeah,
Bro,
I made him a little burial over there.
Okay, you know what? Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, I made him a little burial over there. He was just kind of like that when I found him. I don't know why. So yeah, you know.
I mean, Arata, you saw the wolf sage kill the Mizukage, so it's up to you if you want to say anything.
I don't say anything on the Mizukage dying. I will let Izuto finish, and then Arata will step in. He's letting Izuto kind of get all of his stuff out.
Yeah. To which then, I got knocked out for some part of it, so I don't know where the sparrows went. But then I got woken up. From what I can gather,
I do
the
as you
sparrows-
said the sparrow thing. I do like shift a little uncomfortably, but still letting you finish.
Yeah. From what I can gather, the sparrows aren't really a threat, or else we wouldn't be here right now, or they wouldn't be here. We do have a dragon and a wolf sage. When I got up, Than was pretty hurt. Arata was pretty hurt, so some fight must have taken down. I'm guessing he took whatever power the dragon blood gave to him. I don't know how that's affected his psyche, but I'm sure that was one of the reasons he was just knocked out by the wolf sage earlier.
I'm just slowly nodding.
Yeah, but from what I can tell, no. I guess Ratsumi is on the bridge. No clues of either Ratsumi or Arinari anywhere. But I'm sure Arata can fill us in at least on what happened there.
Yeah, as you finish, I kind of upset because I really didn't want to have to kill anyone, but in a situation, I look at both of y'all, and I just go, well, I did use a power that I did not know I had, and as we had previously agreed, Ratsumi died of an unknown cause, and we can figure out what our story is later.
I kind of chuckle and pat him on the back and go, "I'm surprised you won."
Me too.
I give Arata a hug.
Me too. I embrace it fully.
Aw.
Meeting human connection.
Okay. Well,
So at that point, does the wolf sage say anything at that point?
He doesn't want to interrupt this heartfelt moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all just hugging.
Than hops in the middle there.
Yeah, then
Of course.
Good.
Talks to you the entire night. I go around and be the good housewife that I've always been and pick up the bedrolls and the pillows that I laid out for everybody. And put them all in the bag. I don't know if anybody has any personal things they want to do though.
No, while he is grabbing stuff, I kind of walk over to the wolf sage. Just go. So, what's our verdict?
The wolf sage looks at you. He says, "I've seen a fair amount of your journey, at least the parts that were important to your psyche. There is, you would be a good candidate, I think, for the training. This recent episode of yesterday was probably, it might have made things difficult. It might have muddied an otherwise pure aura. But it's still possible if you're seeking power that would be yours instead of a dragon overlord's. It would be within your reach."
Yeah, I kind of, when he had first said like the whole like the training, I kind of inquisitively looked at him. But at the sound of like power that is yours, like rather than others, I get very excited and I'm like, oh yes, I would love to be able to earn my own power and honestly get rid of this if it's possible.
He nods and says, "It is not only possible, it's necessary if you wish to embark on the path of the sage."
Of course. I mean, what are the steps I need to take?
Pog.
He grins and says, "It is a long journey for most. For you, it might be quicker. In your memories, I saw hintings of the dragon's return. These sparrow fellows, they're heralds of the dragons. Is that correct?"
Define heralds for me.
Those who walk before, those who prepare the way.
Right. So they, at least from what we know, do seem to be for the dragon's rise, but not in a way that is healthy to the world. They seem very power hungry.
He snorts and says, "Well, yes, they're dragons." He looks up at the water dragon and says, "No offense." The water dragon just snorts.
Yeah, I mean, I am not one to really believe in killing and such, although I guess you have searched my memories now, so you'd have a good idea. But honestly, I would love to work towards this power and eventually even turn our clan back to something more promising and uniting rather than what it is slowly becoming.
He frowns and says, "I've seen your father in your memories. He does seem, well, I can understand why you judge him. To be honest,
I look really uncomfortable as he's talking about this.
Compared to the clan as it stood in my day, he is a stark improvement. But I could see there is still a fair amount of violence, a focus on war and domination, and that is not the way that I would have chosen for our clan."
Yes, you get it. I'm just excited to hear
validation.
I'll say I am just happy to hear someone so powerful be on like my side of not war.
Has been a while. In any case, he says, "I have a significant problem, and perhaps you and your group can help solve it for me."
Well, whatever you need.
My problem
I speak
is
for my group.
my problem is, I suppose perhaps as a side effect of the ice, I absorb too much nature energy from this island. I cannot leave it, at least not for the foreseeable future. I would like to go and find these heralds myself, but I don't think that I'll be able to.
Mm-hmm.
I need someone to go in my place. He looks at Arata.
Oh.
In order to fight these sparrow?
I don't care about the heralds. I want to prevent the return of the dragons. That is the whole reason for me and my kind, me and my brothers and sisters, all that we fought for. I take it by your reaction to me that there are no sages left in these lands.
I gotta look confused, like, because in my head we've barely talked about them. I'm just like, yeah, that you are the first sage that I think has been seen in hundreds, if not thousands, of years.
He looks disturbed. He says, "It was always our plan to give up our powers once they weren't needed anymore. I hope that they gave them up and with the intent that people who had power remaining were leading the world in the correct direction. I suppose as the centuries pass, it's difficult to maintain that sort of thing, though.
Yeah. Power
In
definitely
any
goes
case-
to some heads.
In any case, I would request out of the three of you," he looks at Suiko, Arata, and Izuto, "you are the most suited for the training. The other thing that I would recommend," he looks at the water dragon and Suiko, "is a more natural relationship between you and your dragon. I understand you perhaps thought you had no option but to seal it away, but that is not. I would not count that as a good thing. It is not the way things should be."
Yeah, okay. I'm 100% open to a better way.
He nods and says, "Child, I don't mean to judge, but I take it your parent didn't teach you much of anything." The water dragon shakes its head and says, "My parent died on my birth.
Bro, I thought he was
I
talking
have
to
no
Suiko.
memory. I have no memory of any teachings." The wolf sage looks at Suiko and says, "The water dragon and yourself, you are clearly friends. There is a bond of love between you. This is ideal for the proffering of blessings. It's the way that dragons and us humans are meant to interact, perverted over time, but through love, it can still be done acceptably."
Okay, how do we go about this whole blessing thing?
The wolf sage looks up at the dragon and says, "Make these hand signs." And he puts out a hand and then realizes he only has one
I was
hand.
gonna say he only has one.
Actually, he looks down at his hand and he says, "Oh, do any of you possess any healing training? Can you regenerate my arm?"
Can I go ahead and just make a like an iron construct hand, and then knowing my knowledge of like hand signs, since they're all like a limited amount, it's just a combination. Can I try helping him?
Sure, go ahead and make a ninjutsu check with advantage.
I was say I don't think I'm that proficient in medical ninjutsu yet.
What, you grow his arm back?
Not quite.
19. Oh, 25, right? That's the okay. Yeah, with 25, it's a fairly simple jutsu. It'd probably be like, I don't know, about 10 hand signs or so. And the dragon, it slowly forms them as well, with the sense of wonderment, as it has never apparently used jutsu,
Okay.
at least as formed through hand signs. And he says,
Baby's
"Now reach
first
out.
sign.
Now reach out and touch Suiko. Suiko, there will be power flowing within you. Attempt to receive it as best you can." And he addresses the dragon. "Be as gentle as you can. Her chakra network has just been through a terrible shock." Suiko, do you attempt to receive the water dragon's blessings?
Absolutely.
No.
Okay. Here, I'll post it in the chat.
Now that this is a break, dude, I was laughing to myself because I would have been like, how funny if the wolf sage just goes, "So you know how the Hokage's favorite movie is National Treasure? Have you seen How to Train Your Dragon?"
Dude,
We're going to be going over that.
this is our lesson for today, kids. Oh man.
The
Okay.
trilogy, we need you to watch all three of them.
I'm gonna let you explain this real quick, and I'm going to go potty, but y'all can continue on.
Come on.
So Suiko, I posted it in chat. As it says at the top of the doc, you get to choose 3 of those blessings, and you have to do it now. So we can give them it here for you to figure out. And of course, your teammates can help you make the decision as well.
Easy Toe, you looking at this junk?
It's not
Blessing
junk, it's
of
the
the
divine blessings. No, I'm not looking at them yet.
Oh, I can cast 1 jutsu to an S rank. God damn.
Upon getting this, she gain 3 of those. So she gains 3 of those?
Correct.
Yes.
To be clear, that was I considered the number, and you did do a good job with your dragon. So this is your reward for
Yay, the power of friendship.
bullheadedly doing basically whatever the dragon wanted.
Okay. You gain advantage on initiative, dexterity abilities.
Hey, me and Easy Toe know Dewdrop's name now because she said it when she woke
said
up. Yeah.
Did I say it loud enough for you guys to hear?
I mean, you weren't that far away. You were like 10 feet away.
Actually, Arata hasn't heard it. Arata was knocked out.
Yeah, Arata hasn't heard
I
it.
thought I woke up whenever that happened.
You gain proficiency.
That's fine. Let me click.
Pure wisdom and
What's going on?
Hudson posted abilities that.
Oh yeah.
From. S rank would probably be the cool one that you choose. Then probably
Plus
Oh yeah, I'm
waterfall.
choosing this rank.
Hey, what is your strength and con right now?
Hold on, let me go.
And is she allowed to go above 20 with that?
I don't think.
Well, strength is 17, constitution is 16 for me.
Oh, Sag.
Yeah,
That
so
would give you 20 strength though, and
Yeah.
19 con, which would be kind of
Yeah.
you can obviously do what you want. Me
Yeah, yeah.
personally, I would go waterfall, ocean, and then probably
I was thinking
reflection.
Motion.
But
glacial's
pretty
Increase your base by
cool.
speed. You gain advantage
Uh,
on
range-
initiative, dex checks,
You can remove
dex
1
saves.
condition affecting yourself or a creature you can touch. Sounds good.
Reverse swiftness would be kind of cool because I know you struggle with a lot of dex checks, but
Reflection is kind of
what is
nutty.
reflection?
Proficiency on
Wisdom,
2 skills of your choice and wisdom for the dragon.
That's cool. Blessing,
You can
glacial
put
layers.
it
your
I mean,
hit
the
points
dragon
increase.
isn't gonna unless you guys seal him back inside.
Your hit
Oh,
point
so
max.
she doesn't have to make. Oh, she's getting this instead of her abilities. I get it now.
Your hit point
Okay,
max is
no.
increased by 30. That's wild.
Yeah, I want that one.
Once per day upon
Yeah,
reaching
I would-
0, you may spend.
I want
extra
glacial
token.
layers and ocean's depth, and then I'm deciding on the third
Yeah,
one.
glacial layers is just an elk collar for you.
Yes,
Oh,
so
nice.
I want
It is.
Yeah,
It is
but-
my dust code and your elk collar.
Yeah. Blessing
And-
and
okay.
purity. As a bonus action, you can remove 1 condition. That might actually affect yourself or a creature you can touch. You get an additional bonus.
Yeah.
So she just has 2 bonus actions every turn, just straight up.
Correct.
Yeah, that would be insane with the taijutsu.
I know.
If
that's
you actually
what-
min max it.
Yeah.
If you actually
Oh my
min max
God.
it, it's insane. But
Oh my god.
I honestly, yeah, these are all very good. I think they all have good arguments. I think you just
Okay, you-
do what you feel is best, honestly. I don't think any of these are bad choices.
Yeah.
I was like, I think we can all agree that upcasting a jutsu to an S rank is probably the
Oh,
way
yeah.
to take. And
No,
then
yeah.
do what they want.
Increase your base.
While
value.
we're going through this, can I talk to the wolf sage about me, about my
Yeah.
first shenanigans?
Yeah, ask him about that blood god nonsense too while you're at it, please.
Yeah. So, Mr. Wolf Sage, sir, I see that everybody's getting cool stuff, and I still have cancer. So I was wondering. What do I have to do to get like a dream walk into my soul?
Mhm.
He looks over at you. He says, "I am happy to do it. I will tell you though, based off of what I sense, what is within you is not too dissimilar to the evil I was sent here to defeat."
Ooh.
Right.
Yes.
Ancient creatures that survived the lack of chakra in the olden days. They're like roaches. The dragons killed many of them, but some managed to scamper away. Like this one here. He points at the crater.
Is that one dead now?
He nods and says, I don't know who managed to do it, but yes, that blast of energy, it almost killed all of us, but it did the job.
Fuck, I should have just taken the mother curse. So is there any way to get rid of the curse?
He frowns and says, yes, destroy whatever being granted it to you.
How does one go about doing that?
He looks at the crater, he says,
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. That's on me for asking, actually.
That's so
That's
funny.
on me. Do you know the entity specific to me, the one in the land of wind, which is the desert?
in the desert, there were cursed ones there. They ruled those lands. They kept the sages out. They destroyed their own dragons without our help. I don't know whatever secrets they held in that land. They did not allow us to unveil them, at least not in my time.
I see. Okay, I don't want to, but I do it anyway. If anything happens, I'm looking at him very carefully as I do this, but I go ahead and unsheath the curse sword and kind of show it to him. What does he look like he's doing? Is he concerned about this? Does it have a weird aura that I'm not sensing?
He looks kind of confused. He says, this is a sword of some sort. I don't recognize it.
I see. Do you sense anything from it?
He frowns and says, yes, it's something sleeping. It's not active. Whatever is this sword's power, it's not active at the moment. It's sleeping.
Would you say I probably shouldn't use it?
He shrugs and says, where did you get it?
Well,
Well,
Wow.
I got it from another cursed temple.
He says, yes, the blessing.
I got it from a dragon specifically.
It's unlike any dragon weaponry that I've seen.
Well, it was stuck in the dragon. I wouldn't say the dragon was using it beneficially, but yes, I got it from a something that was lodged in a dragon. It was causing it a lot of pain, but he couldn't heal through it.
I see. Meant to kill a dragon then. If it is a weapon that you discovered in the desert as well, it might have been from the cursed ones there.
I see. This is just going to be a trip to the desert then. Very well. Out of the jutsu that you know, what are you most proficient in nature-wise? That one's out of curiosity.
You're asking the sage?
Yeah, that was out of...
He says, well, the training, what I went through at least, we had to gain proficiency in all of them. It was the only way to keep balance.
I see. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I guess I'm done. Suiko, did you?
Yes, I'm done.
What do you
Okay,
want?
Hudson, are you ready? I choose Ocean's Depth, Glacial Layers, and Rain's Purity.
Okay.
Rain's Purity. Nice.
I want that additional bonus action.
Yeah, I was saying the additional bonus action just seems nuts, and the ability to remove conditions is also very strong, by the way.
Oh yeah.
User.
All right.
Oh, can I, before we do anything, could I like make I guess a medicine check or a nature check or a chakra control check, depending on how you want to view this, of myself to see how I'm feeling?
Sure.
I'd say while he's self-checking, I would just, or I guess is the sage done talking to Suiko or that situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would definitely kind of just go up to
Oh, I
him.
guess just to describe it a little bit. Yeah. So Suiko, you see this sort of bluish aura suffuse her, and about 10 seconds later or so, it disappears, and Suiko looks a lot better now. The blessings appear to have helped her restore her chakra network as well. She just looks a little bit stronger in general as well.
Heck yeah.
Nice. She's goaty 30 like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would just walk up to the wolf stage and be like, or do you can give easy toasting if you rolled.
I got
Oh.
it. I can drip.
Yeah, you feel fine-ish.
Cool.
Cool.
I mean, if you recall, you didn't feel the cancer before. You had to have Lady Isato sort of identify it for you.
Yeah,
You
but now that I know it's there,
I thought I could make a. And
maybe
since,
if you roll high enough.
since it's like cursed chakra, But yeah,
He said,
it also
well,
has
maybe.
been rolled high. So, fair enough.
Those sneaky little buggers, they're somewhere in there. You just know it.
Those sneaky little those sneaky little tum tums.
Arata, are you talking to the wolf sage, or can I have a moment to my dragon?
You can do your dragon. Go for it.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, after the whole blessings thing, I guess back to the question of what next? Dewdrop, you want to go out and explore the world on your own? I mean, this sucks that I almost died, but this is kind of a perfect situation of you being freed without one of us perishing in the process.
He nods and he says, "Well, like I said, I don't like the fighting. I know it's necessary. I know you have to do it. But it just my heart, it isn't built for it.
Yeah, I understand. One
I-
thing.
I will
well-
stay here, at least for a while, with the sage. He knew my parent. He has many stories, I'm sure, and much to teach me, like he did with this." And he makes the hand signs again.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. And I think he'll also keep you well protected against the sparrows until that whole situation blows over. Well, I guess kind of goodbye then, for now at least. Once this whole sparrow thing blows over, maybe we could go travel the world together.
The dragon nods and says, you must promise me you shall not die in battle."
I'll do my best, dude.
Yikers.
I
says-
promise.
He sniffs and says, "It would be very embarrassing to have the only one I blessed perish."
True.
That's right. I gotta uphold your honor.
He nods enthusiastically.
I reach out for a hug.
Yeah, letting the facade drop a little bit, he does sort of wrap you up in his coil, just sort of nestling his massive head against you. In the meantime, Arata, would you like to discuss something with the Wolf Sage?
Yeah, to kind of wrap up our conversation, I just kind of look at him like, well, where do you suggest I start with this whole training to remove this wolf and get all that done or going?
He says, "Haha, it doesn't work like that, I'm afraid. This will require, well, depending on the time. For some, it takes years. For you, I get the sense that that's not an option.
Not
It would still
necessarily.
take at least 3 weeks of training, though, underneath my supervision. And I suspect you probably have things to do in this land before you're ready for that."
I suppose that's fair.
I will be here. As I said, I cannot leave this place. Additionally, in case it isn't obvious, I recommend you do not tell anyone of my presence here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think we could all, and I kind of, looking over at the gang, I think we can all firm handshakes to keep you out of the conversation.
He nods and says, "I appreciate it. I worry that if my presence were known, people would come seeking my power."
I can pretty much guarantee you they would.
Izuto now immediately getting a face of like, oh shit. Um, just kind of yells like Marafusa, and then like starts running towards the tower.
Okay. Sure. So you arrive at the tower like a minute or two later. You pass Ratsumi's body on the bridge.
Oh, I thought she
Yeah.
fell off. I thought
Oh
she fell
no,
off.
she's still there.
Oh.
She's definitely still there.
I'd look proud of my boy. Does she look dead? Can I
Oh
make
yeah,
She looks dead? Okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Just making sure.
Make sure.
So at the top of the tower, which is I assume where you're going.
Yeah, I'm just checking the tower for him.
Oh, okay. Sure, make an investigation.
Yeah, and then I was like, I can make a separate one for also signs of weird things.
That'll be the Metafusa one.
Okay.
You got me to roll again for
so
the.
you make a pretty thorough check of the tower for Matafusa. I'll say with the 22. Yeah, so it's a little Matafusa leaves behind a little bit of a faint chakra signature when he moves around in his water form. It's very faint, but you've seen it a few times now. You know what to look for. You see it a trail climbing up the side of the tower on the left side, and then coming right back down. And it's a faint signature. Like this wouldn't have happened recently. Probably happened sometime yesterday.
Thank God. As for involvement of sparrows, do you want me to roll another one for that one?
Sure.
The tower.
13. You head up to the top and near the lighthouse where the orb was glowing before. It's completely dim now. There's nothing inside of it. However, there is just this like circle of blood sort of standing on the ground before it. That's all you can really get with a 13, though.
Okay. I guess I am content that Matafusa escaped, so it seems, and that nothing else is here. And I'm just going to chalk up the blood circle to blood gods.
Blood gods.
You know them.
You know them. So goofy.
Laugh track. Yeah, and I guess I come back then. A lot slower, happier that Metafusa is not gone.
All right.
I guess with the 13, I won't metagame the investigation too much.
I mean, you can make whatever assumptions you want, but that's the limit of your.
Yeah.
In any case, what would you guys like to do with the immediate conflict resolved?
Yeah,
So we need to solve this thing, right? We still have that.
We need to solve this.
A lot of explaining.
Yeah,
like
like
our story. Yes, yeah.
Thing, yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. I also would like to because I know that he broke my piss bottle. And I probably would have done this as Izuto ran off saying shit Matafusa. Can I make a sniff check for Than's pee being somewhere else?
Yeah, so you would have recognized this probably when you had reached there.
Okay.
He broke it while he was on the cliff, about in the same spot where he was overlooking the lighthouse. But from that point on, he didn't get any of it on him. I mean, he didn't want that.
I mean, I know he wouldn't want it, but maybe he accidentally did it.
No, he would have been kind of careful about that. So there is, that's where he broke the body. You can't get a sense. The scent.
Okay.
The scent did not leave that area.
Gotcha. I was wondering if it like splashed on him. I was like, this will be easy, bro. Yeah. Okay. So
knowing who he was up against, Ratsumi, who hunts by
true. Never mind. Valid. Okay. So yeah, I guess story wise, ladies and gents, do you think we should just bring the Mizukage's body?
He's okay. We could.
I think if we bring my thing is, if we don't bring the Mizukage's body, they're more likely to come here. I say, since this is not a complete lie, the big beam, because they probably saw and or heard like something from that huge ass explosion from like mainland. I'd be surprised if no one heard anything. So I think that we say, hey, big explosion, very hot, radiation. Oh no, ew! Don't go over there. Yucky, bad.
Right.
While bringing Mizukage. So we have Mizukage's body. We
Should
say
we blame Ratsumi for killing him?
so. That's yes. So what I was gonna say is that him and Ratsumi kind of like sparred it down, and he ended up killing Ratsumi. But then Aranari is the one who like blood god power crushed his head.
We should be like, Blood God's still there though. This shit's insane. You shouldn't go there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so yes, I like that. So Blood God's still alive. Aranari
Which
squashed,
Aranari
weakened.
is still alive, so that's also not a lie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Probably
It
true.
kind of works out. And we say that Mizukage was taking him 2-on-1 and was able to deal with Ratsumi, but not with Aranari. I actually, speaking of, well, never mind. I'll get to that in a second. That's more of a personal Rada thing. But yes, I
did we
think
do?
that's the story. Do what?
What did we do?
Okay, we pulled up, gang, chasing after sparrows, found them fighting, and tried to step in and help, but were told by the Mizukage that we were getting more in the way than we were helping, and so stepped back, and that's when he died. Aranari dipped, and we pulled, rescued Mizukage.
And we
Well,
went
not
unconscious because of the giant beam. All right, run a baby.
Yes. Are we good for handshakes on that? We like that?
Yeah.
Also mention that. Should we also mention that? We finished off Ratsumi to kind of be like we avenged his death.
That's what I was saying. The Mizukage killed Ratsumi.
Killed Ratsumi.
Oh, okay.
Because then it's more believable than like
Aranari
us
escaped.
killing
We
him,
were
so-
trying to stop the beam while Mizukage was
Yes.
fighting them,
Yes.
Okay.
and then we got caught in the beam,
Yes.
and we had to. Yeah.
I'm not going to
So,
say
like-
a single peep so I don't ruin this line.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
silence from Suiko.
Yeah. Spark notes, just general spark notes.
Yeah.
Mizukage did the fighting between the other two.
Yes.
Told us to not get in the fighting because we're slow. Told
Yes.
us to like stop the beam thing at the top of the tower,
Yepers.
which we tried, failed because
Unsuccessfully.
the sparrows are really
Yepers.
strong and they're really intimidating, and you shouldn't fuck with
Okay.
them. We got caught in it. That's where we're all roughed up, and the Mizukage unfortunately lost his life in the fight against those two, but did take one out, and he will go down as a hero, even though. Well, I guess I don't know anything about it. So,
Okay. Also, since we're kind of in the middle of the whole political situation back in the village,
who are we siding with? I don't know. anything.
yeah, we need a new Mizukage. Who we picking?
I mean, it's
guys?
gonna be Sheena. I want it to be Sheena, but
I mean, I think they just fight it out.
Yeah, but like someone had involvement.
Are we
I guess
sure
we don't
about
know
that?
that, but like
I'll say I don't know if anyone did.
I don't know either. But the Hoshigaku, I guess we should check back and see how they're doing
Yeah, and then we'll kind of go from there. Like,
and see how it
What?
went.
yeah.
You kind of want to encourage Sheena to be the
Well,
Mizukage?
the problem is we need to decide because some
Yeah.
of us made a deal with him that we would fight in a war. So
Right.
we should probably decide.
Da, da.
Okay.
Don't dumb me like you didn't say
For-
we were gonna fight in a war. Okay.
Oh,
All right,
yeah, but I
so
did.
I would
lie, think.
I would like Arata and Izuto to make intelligence checks.
Love me
Straight
some
up.
intelligence checks.
Straight up intelligence, yeah.
Straight up, brother.
Ooh,
22.
He's
Okay.
smart.
And 13?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to give it to you for a 13. However, for the 22,
Okay,
Izuto,
pal.
you guys have a wonderful little story about the Mizukage there. In terms of what the Mizukage could have had as his last wishes, you guys would have been the only ones present to hear them.
True.
Okay, he wanted Sheena to be the Mizukage. He wanted Sheena to be the Mizukage. Easy down the middle. No hurt
Yeah.
feelings line.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Wait,
new.
actually, yeah,
Easy
that's
Sheena wanted to be
perfect.
Mizukage.
Yeah,
I hand her the hat.
Yep.
dude, that's
Okay.
actually sick.
Make
That's
reason.
sick. Hand her the hat, and then
Yeah.
when you say it, and he looks back, and me and Suiko just nod like very solemnly.
Yeah.
Just very.
And she'll start crying and she'll go, "Is that his staff?" And I go, "No, I found this one.
Okay,
I only found the hat."
listen. I hate to break it to you, Easy Toe. We are
Wolf
probably gonna
Sage,
have to give the
anyway,
staff back.
do you want the staff? It's really cool.
I think we should give the hat and staff.
Well, the Wolf Sage.
That's the only thing I
needs
see.
help
I don't know about the movement stuff, I
climbing,
guess.
so he doesn't have a hand. I give him the staff. It's fine. He keeps it.
I mean, we could always. Well, I mean, yeah. I guess we could say we lost the staff.
We lost stuff. No, we should just bring it.
Just bring it.
Yeah,
Just bring it.
just
It's better.
really safer.
It would make Shino more likely to.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm keeping the scrolls though.
that's I don't even know about the scrolls and money. So
About the what?
exactly.
No, he had scrolls on him. I'm keeping those.
Oh, so you are telling Arata that he had scrolls.
Yeah. He had
Okay.
a hat, staff, and scrolls.
Hey, in that case, you can keep the scrolls. I think that's fine.
He also had money. Anyway, we should probably get going back. There's a whole war ensuing.
I just
So-
pretend I didn't hear it. Okay, so we're cool with our story. Before we leave this place and before we give the Wolf Sage our goodbyes, I would like to I just put it right on the dragon. I would like to go to Ratsumi's body, and investigate it for anything in particular, like nothing in particular, rather is what I meant to say. But just like examine it over like what is going on. One, to see if like why can she perform usually multi-dog or jutsus that need your dog. Why can she do those, or anything she's carrying that helps?
Okay.
Would
So
this
that's an
be a
investigation
medicine
check.
or investigation?
That's an investigation check.
Nah, she's dead as fuck. I got that one.
Well, I didn't know if like I could examine her like chakra or anything. But...
Yeah, I know you meant. I'm just messing.
So Ratsumi's body is stuck in the feral form, as that's what she died in.
Okay.
Any equipment she might have had, any hints to her organization
Sag.
or the way that she did jutsu have been consumed by the form and sealed there with her death.
Shit. Okay.
Better open.
Valid. I'm already distraught about killing her. I'm not gonna cut her open. But I do want to get rid of the body. So,
No, leave it there. Fuck.
why?
Well, I'm not there.
I am trying to get rid of this body because I was I just don't like that I killed it. But two, I was told by my dad to try to get rid of any evidence of these things.
Yeah.
I don't really have a good way to get rid of this.
It's like I just wouldn't throw it in the ocean.
No. I was not gonna do that. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hide this from y'all. Like, I'm not trying to like be sneaky about this.
Oh,
'cause
I
told
have
you.
lightning. I can burn it. It's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna either we burn it or bury it. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to hide this from y'all because I told y'all the situation. So yeah, I guess I go back to Izuto. I'm like, hey, can you help me cook this body up? I tried to investigate it, but didn't find anything in particular helpful to Sparrows or my clan or anything of that nature.
Could I actually better, because the whole lightning burn it up thing is kind of like because I don't have fire release. Could I mold 2 pillars with earth release and then just trap her in one of them, but make it look like it's part of the structure?
That's so funny.
Yeah, I suppose you could. Yeah.
Cool.
Poggers.
We'll say you do that then. So Ratsumi is now, her corpse is now
Sealed inside a pillar.
in a pillar coffin.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Well, thank you, Izuto. I appreciate you helping a boy out. No,
Yeah.
and
No worries.
Go back. Hopefully this story works for us.
Tell your dad we're even. Punk ass bitch.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? Did you say something?
No.
Okay. Just making
Just
sure.
must have been Ratsumi.
Wait,
Okay.
well, before you guys get back, I approach the Wolf Sage
Okay.
and I'm like, the water dragon would like to stay with you. Is that all right?
He nods and says, I was hoping that it would. I feel a great debt to its parent. Its parent, we were partners in life, and it surely saved me with her death. I feel an obligation to raise this one in the way that she would have wanted.
So with the whole being servants to the dragons and stuff, how'd you befriend Dewdrop's parent?
Sea Spray. She was a minor dragon. She ruled over a certain area of the coastline. She never interacted as much with the humans, and I think that was probably for the best. She didn't enslave any of them. She didn't lord her power like most of the dragons did. When I approached her, it was soon after I became a sage. She was, well, she wanted the best for those under her rule, under her domain, and I wanted to help her. It was a fruitful partnership until he gestures to the crater. We came up against an obstacle we could not pass together.
Well, Dewdrop has the same kind soul, so
He nods and says, I can sense as much. I'm grateful that if Dewdrop had to be sealed away in anyone, it was you, Suiko. It could have easily turned out for the worse. I've seen humans try to gain powers over dragons by sealing them away. It never ends well, or at least I'd never seen it end well until now.
yeah, it was getting kind of tense when the leader of my village wanted to potentially use Dewdrop as a weapon of war. So I am glad that they got a little bit of freedom before that occurred. But there's going to be a lot of people interested in Dewdrop's power, so I'm trusting you to keep them safe, please.
The wolf sage nods and says, I will do everything in my power. And keep in mind, the water dragon, it can flee into the ocean if need be. I cannot, but the dragon at least will be safe.
Okay. Dewdrop, I'm gonna miss you, buddy.
The Dewdrop gives you a hug again. Before everyone leaves this island, the water dragon would like to approach Arata and Izuto.
For sure.
I suppose at the same time. It rears up in a very regal manner, and it says, Arata, son of... What's your dad's name?
You're the one.
Inuzuka.
Mr. Inuzuka.
Arata, heir of the Inuzuka clan. Izuto, first of your clan's name. I am Dewdrop. And he announces it to the heir.
And we finally get a name.
I am so happy to finally know your name. And even though I don't know if this will really work, I stick out my hand for a handshake.
I stick out a giant iron hand because I'm cooler.
Ah, he is cooler. God damn it.
The dragon takes Izuto's hand, and it sort of puts down its head at Arata.
I'll take it.
And, well, no, he specifically offers sort of the scruff of his neck, and he says, I've seen you do it with Than, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, I smirk just like a big grin, and I immediately start scratching the same way I would Than.
Dewdrop lets out a moan of pleasure. He says, that's the spot. I couldn't really scratch myself while I was inside of Suiko. That's been...
I'm glad I could assist you, Dewdrop.
Dewdrop straightens, returning to his royal regal feature. He says, I am glad to count both of you among my friends. And similar to Suiko, I declare that you shall swear not to die in battle. And he sort of gives you both a stern look.
Oh,
Just from cancer.
Of course not.
Izuto thinks, I hope it doesn't say.
I gotta come back to give you more pets at some point.
He nods and says, that would be acceptable. Of course, Than has my respects as well. He may not be able to pronounce my name, but he's a friend nonetheless.
No, Than would yip happily towards him, to which I would say Than says thank you, and he accepts.
With that final piece of business, unless anyone has anything else they want to do on the island.
Ask
Was
Mr.
it-
Wolfsage, you know anything about a dragon named Tempest?
The wolf sage frowns and says, "No, I can't say I do. That sounds like it would be a wind dragon name. The wind dragons were the domain of the desert.
Yeah, I think
Like I
these
said,
are
we
all
sages were
the-
kept out of there by the cursed ones."
Yeah, I mean, I'm just asking because we kind of set him free. He seems like he's not overly murderous, but after this whole dragons enslaving humans business, I'm kind of like, oops.
In all fairness, I think we left him alone.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was already like that, I think. Actually, he
Yeah,
was
he-
more angry. We took the sword out. Now he's
yeah.
just
He seemed like he was kind of done with interacting with humanity, which fair. And I don't feel threatened by him, but also like, wanted to know if there was a history of knowing a violent dragon named Tempest or something.
There were two dragons that we sealed away, one in the north and one in the northwest. One was an earth dragon, the other a lightning dragon. The plan was, and I don't know if they managed to complete it or not, but the plan was to seal one of each type away, in the hopes that one day humanity would be mature enough to deal with their power and live with them as partners, as it was meant to be.
Huh.
I don't
Okay.
know if my sages completed the plan or not, but that was the plan.
I don't suppose you know anything about a fire dragon?
He shakes his head. He says, "I suppose they would have tried to seal one of them away as well."
Okay. Well, that's all I needed to know. I think we're good to go.
All right.
Yeah, I'll say when I'm leaving, I'd definitely go up for the classic handshake, and just tell him I will.
Oh, do it. Roll a D2 right now. If it's a 1, you do it with the wrong hand, and it's the hand that he doesn't have.
No.
Yes.
No.
No, how could he
Also,
be that
also,
stupid?
you said
So
you,
funny.
which hand is it that he's missing?
The left
He's
one,
missing his left hand.
Okay, I wouldn't have
Okay.
made the mistake because I would have instinctively put the right hand out. As if it would have been the other one, I would have given you the
What?
try.
No,
but
because you're right-handed, so he would shake. Oh, he would shake.
his right hand, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
But yeah,
Good try. Good
I
try.
I put out the right hand, and I'm just like, hey, I will be back hopefully soon to train under you a little bit.
He nods and says, like I said, at least based off of your memories, it seems like these heralds, I don't know how much time you have, so please be quick about your business and return here if you wish this power, and I think you'll need it before the end.
Of course, as fast as I can. And I would assume, commit to the handshake and walk off. Do you have anything to say to him, Izuto, before I?
Would it be okay,
Gang
my
shit.
fingers together, that during his breaks I could get training in some other nature releases?
The Wolf Sage nods and says, "That's simple enough. Yes, I would be able to. I've taught many. It is much simpler than the Sage's training."
Oh, of course. I'm already 3 down. I just need 2 more. Water and fire.
He grins and says, "Certainly, I would be pleased to teach you."
Ah, okay. That is all then. Thank you.
The Wolf Sage nods. And with that,
Go off into the sunset.
say,
talking about how to train your dragon.
I was gonna say if these boats are still here, they seem like pretty convenient usage items at the moment.
yeah. So you do take the boats that the sparrows took that allow you to go through the fog. Just for the sake of sort of speeding things up a little bit, you guys arrive in Kiri, the village. You head to the council. You're actually ushered there as the lookouts were instructed to let you in if they saw you. You don't get a bunch of information, but you do arrive in the council chamber.
Who's holding the body?
I can hold it in like an iron coffin.
Okay, that feels more appropriate. I was gonna say
Yeah.
if we had some way to
Carrying it
like
in there, just muddy and full
yeah.
of blood.
Sorry,
Probably not.
Chris. I ain't doing the talking.
So in any case, inside of the chamber, you see everyone sort of gathered around. There's Hoshigaki Yukama and Futan Amari, the two faction leaders. There's Sheena, along with Kamina, and a number of other what appear to be sort of elder Jonin of the Mist. They're all sort of gathered around. Sheena sort of gestures for you guys to come forward as she sees you guys enter.
Just walk forward as a little gang here.
You heard of the Hokage's favorite movie?
Dude, y'all wouldn't believe how much he loved National Treasure. It's crazy.
National Treasure 2. National Treasure 2.
National Treasure 2, right.
Yeah.
How close
sees
are
you guys. She says, well, our neutral party here, the village, the Leaf Ninja, do you have anything to report? And she like looks at you like very hopefully. She's clearly very stressed out. There's a very intense situation right now.
I just look at Easy Toe.
Yeah, I was looking around. I was like, you want to do this 50-50, 80-20, 70-20?
We can 50-50 the talking, but you just gotta show
I was like, I'll do the first 50-50 for obvious reasons.
That's fine.
Yeah, I kind of walk here if they let me, and set like the iron coffin down.
They sort of reluctantly sort of part ways, allowing you to pass.
Yeah, I set the iron coffin like down here, and I go, well, we went to what I'm guessing you guys have a name for, but we don't know, but where the giant beam was, the island that was sealed off by the Mizukage.
We call it the Forbidden Isle for those reasons.
Yes.
Since you're not a member of the Mist, you are not subject to its laws, although I can't imagine the Mizukage would have wanted you there.
Well,
but
he wouldn't have.
She looks down at the coffin and says, is there a body in there?
Yes.
She looks at you. Please show me.
Yeah, I guess I remove kind of like the upper, like half of it.
Like the lid.
Okay.
Yeah, like open casket scenario.
Enough to identify him. She lets out like a small gasp, and you see a little bit of tears forming in her eyes, but she quickly masters herself as the other Jonin and sort of the two other parties here begin murmuring and mumbling to themselves. She says, so, the Mizukage is truly gone. She looks up at you. Do you have information as to how this came to be?
Yeah, so as far as we knew, the Sparrows had the most involvement in this matter. We found them there in the Forbidden Island. I was unfortunately taken out of the fight rather early on, but Arata here understands more than I do from what happened.
So we showed up, and those sparrows we were looking for were here causing trouble, and your Mizukage, as I kind of gesture towards him, was taking them on. We wanted to help, but were quickly told by him that we were more in the way than we were helping, and stepping back, and as he asked us to go deal with the beam of light that I'm assuming y'all saw. And kind of looking at them, do they look like they know what I'm talking about when I talk about the beam of light?
Yeah, they seem to be aware of it.
Okay. I'd say that, and he asked us to deal with that, and as we ran up there, the beam of light went off, knocking us out unconscious. When we came to, we found Ratsumi's body gone. The Mizukage presumably killed them, and presumably Aranari had done what you see here, killing the Mizukage. But he wasn't quite dead, and we went over, tried to help him out best we could, but it was too late. And as he was passing, and then I look up at Sheena, almost like, I guess, performance a little bit, but like, kind of trying to hold back the tears or whatever, because I don't like death and all that. I'm just like, he wanted us to tell y'all one thing, and I don't think you're going to want to hear this, but he wants you to take his place, looking right at Sheena.
Okay. Go ahead and make a performance check real quick.
That's valid.
Yeah, also, I'll give you advantage. Izuto was helping out.
Nice.
That's right.
Oh, say
Nat 20.
less.
Believes it and
Okay.
also becomes a Hokage.
Yeah.
So
I had
you-
tears. I had waterworks flowing. I mean, I was going.
Yeah, so between the two of you, the audience is pretty drawn in. There is like a bit of skepticism as to like parts of your story maybe, but the strength of your performance is such that even if they have those doubts, they're not going to voice them openly, at least in this context. Sheena, in particular, looks very surprised and alarmed by your declaration of the Mizukage's apparent last wishes. Drakama and Imari both sort of like step forward, and Drakama says he has no right to decide that if he died in battle. And Imari quickly follows up. She says, that's not his decision to make. He should have done so in the full presence of everyone here, not in front of only these outsiders.
Even though it's not my place, I cut off being very mad just because I hate when people do this when people die. I'm like, he died fighting for y'all, and y'all are gonna disrespect him like this right now.
Kamina nods and steps forward and says, respect the ninja there. He's a valued guest and the only one who saw the Mizukage last. And Kamina just sort of like puts a hand on her sword, and Drakama and Amari sort of step back, chastened.
Oh yeah,
We stand Kamina in this household.
we do.
Kamina is my favorite one.
Um,
I was gonna say
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of put my hands up and I'm just like, we have given you the information. At the end of the day, we are neutral parties, and I put like the hat and the staff like on top of this, like flat coffin, and I just go, like me, I'm just like, at the end of the day, we're neutral parties. We're not from here, but respect his wishes. That's what I would do. At the end of the day, whoever's Mizukage rules this land. It's not my land to begin with.
Sheena nods and says, well, we appreciate our friends from the Leaf diligently bringing the Mizukage's corpse and his apparent final words here. She looks around. She says, as to his last wishes, that can be discussed in a moment. First, we will fulfill the purpose by which we are all gathered here. And she looks at you two, and I suppose Suiko in the back there, and she says, we've managed to come to an arrangement. The water spirit will look into the heart of one of us. If that individual is found to have collaborated with these sparrows who killed our Mizukage, then that side will be taken out of any discussion related to the succession of the Mizukage. Perhaps our friends in the village, perhaps the Mizukage identified the one who betrayed us in his final words. She nods to one of the Jonin who casts a jutsu, and the lights dim around you as a great pressure, somewhat similar to the Wolf's Age, although honestly not quite as intense, bubbles up from the surrounding water. Bursting from it is a incredibly large water spirit, suffused with great chakra. As it sort of forms this somewhat, fayish female form, it says, I am here, have no fear. One
Bars.
I'll judge, hold no grudge. For sea and salt stored in my vault, point out the one, I'll see it done. And Sheena looks over at you four and says, perhaps before I point out the one, you should, I would greatly appreciate your advice. And we can go ahead and review the evidence if you guys want.
Shit. Okay, we just point at Sheena. We just tell her you're the one that did it. Huh? Butler did it. Butler did it. Scenario.
Butler did it the whole time.
Here, we can put you guys back in.
What if we point at Kamina and go crazy?
Dude,
There-
can
here
we
you
find
go.
that ceiling Kiri Jonan?
Let's find the body of the guy that was like hitting on the teenage girl and point it.
Yeah, he did it.
Perfect.
Okay.
If you guys would like to be, I mean, it's up to you guys. This is basically who are you accusing, so you guys
Yeah.
can take as much time on this as you'd like.
Okay, so we had. I mean, really, I think the most damning evidence. I know you like the shoes, which those are also valid. Was the burn marks, which also does lean more towards them.
There weren't burn marks.
Yeah, there weren't burn marks.
That was me.
Izuto made that up to see if they would react.
There was a
we
lower
found
level
some,
of
didn't we?
water.
I thought
Yeah.
we found
Where we got
actual
the
burn
burning
marks.
from.
Did we not find any burn marks on the walls or anything?
No. That's the thing that I did. That also.
Oh, you just
confused Suika.
purely made that up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not me.
okay.
Don't worry.
There might have been burn marks. You guys didn't really investigate the pond, its surroundings that thoroughly. You investigated the pond itself. You didn't investigate like the surroundings.
Surrounding area.
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Why did the water lower again? We found that out. Or we are assumed reasoning.
So we assumed it was burning, but then we assumed it was Arinari.
Oh, Arnari. Yeah, that was our final guess. Was like Arnari did the thing that like the water.
Because he was like the unknown member.
I mean, yeah, we pretty much just have to guess the futon girl. I think because
We could just guess Sheena though. Could just rip it and grip it. Could just be like, it's you, bitch.
So
knew it all
what
this
is
time.
our logic of Sheena?
She's the one that Hudson wouldn't expect for us to pick.
This is true. I think it's also crazy that we just made this story that we want her to be Yukage.
Okay, you bring up a good point with that. I retract my point.
Because I feel like if the Mizukage knew that she was a part of it, it would be weird that he also recommended her to be the Mizukage.
True. Okay, valid point. Okay, I see where you're coming from.
That was my only issue
You
with that.
appreciated her cunningness.
That was,
Okay, hey, having looked at Arinari rather closely when we were in him,
uh-huh.
like
You were in Arinari?
I was in him.
Okay. Good for you.
And while I was in him, what was his weight? Like what did he look like he weighed, you know what I mean? Like about.
Yeah. So you guys do have the weights, correct? Does someone have that?
Yes. So the top, which is the Mizukage, was 120, 130.
Yes.
The right, which was an honored ally or friend, assuming it is Sheena, I think, was 170.
I think Sheena's at the
180.
bottom, isn't she?
According to
Oh, no,
Sheena,
Sheena was up
Yeah.
there. Sheena was to
She
the.
wasn't there.
Sheena was supposed to be to the left,
And that's why the pillow wasn't indented.
and that was why the pillow was in the layer. Someone to the right was an honored ally or friend that was 170 to 180, and on the bottom, who was the guest, was a 140 to 150.
yeah. So with the 140 to 150, that would be a very reasonable estimate for Arinari.
I think we figured that out, didn't we?
No, we didn't figure it was Arinari. We figured it was whoever did the thing.
Oh, okay.
As for the 170, 180,
I mean, the futon girl has not looked like she weighs 170 to 180, right? Like she
the other
seemed pretty
dude looks
small
like
in
he weighs
stature.
230. So
Oh, that's true, I guess.
No, Amari would not be 170 to 180
Okay, I didn't think so. Like she would be
Yeah.
significantly lower.
unless she had like a big hat on.
what about his,
really,
what,
really
what
big
about-
hat.
what about her servant, the fire release guy?
Ooh, the scythe guy.
Yeah.
Arata can make a perception check.
All right,
I need to use the bathroom real quick.
All gravy.
18.
Okay. Yeah, just like looking at him as he is present during the council meeting. Yeah, with his armor at least, he'd probably be 170 to 180.
Interesting.
And from me looking at the water guy, would I assume he's probably more than 180?
Drakama, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be more than 180.
Did Drakama have like a second hand kind of person? He didn't
He
really have
did.
that, right?
He
Oh,
did. It was another guy, I think.
Do you know what he was about? Because if he was also about 170 to 180, then we're not getting very
You
far.
you can make a perception check.
Okay. Can Arata make it?
Arata is yeah. Arata can make another perception check.
He said, "Can Arata make it, please?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't remember. I think it was like Nacton or something like that. He was pretty close to that range, but you
Uh-huh.
think he's probably more like 160 to 170. So
Okay.
there might be like a tiny bit. You think he's just a little bit lighter than the
But
person who
so
made the
the
invention.
futon definitely would have been closer in size.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's coming together with the fire
yeah,
and the
I'm
thing.
down to grip and rip the futon. I'm down for
But
it.
the problem is, do we point at Iwari or do we point at the other fuck?
At Pacton?
Yeah, I think we
think
point
if
at Amari.
well, yeah, I
but-
think if Pacton was a
yeah.
part of it, so was Amari, and that's who we really want to judge is her anyway. So,
Yeah.
because if it was just Pacton that went and did it, and Amari is like pure of heart or whatever we want to call it, then like that's that's not her fault necessarily. I mean, I guess she should keep track of her subordinates better, but
Okay.
so are we just point at Amari?
Yeah, I guess Amari.
This is so funny that you're like iffy on it when this is the person you wanted to accuse in the first place.
I don't like it. It's too simple. It's too easy. It's Kamina. Fuck.
That's what I said earlier. I said we should point at Kamina
No.
call it a day.
No, I don't think it's
Throw
Kamina.
her under the bus.
If I trust anybody here, it's Kamina.
I agree, actually. As much as I don't like her way, I agree.
Yeah, I guess Amari. Sheena wouldn't make sense just because of the story we made anyway.
If it's Sheena, dude,
If it's Sheena's gonna be rough.
Arata gonna commit seppuku if it's Sheena. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I just don't see it. I mean, she wasn't there. She just wasn't there.
Yeah.
I mean, by her own admission, she was there. Just she wasn't at that
Wow.
meeting. She was at the estate.
Yeah, she was just at the thing.
In any case, I mean, I don't know if I made this clear or not. They're asking you to point out the person who you think collaborated with the sparrows.
Yeah, I guess.
So you want to point at Pacton?
No, we pointed at Amari.
Okay. I guess we pointed at Amari then.
We point at Kiri Jonan too.
Uh,
I don't feel good about this.
So you're pointing at Amari?
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
oh,
Though.
wait.
I don't know. I thought you guys just ruled her out. I'm a little confused.
Wait, who did...
No, we didn't rule out Amari.
She doesn't meet the weight range.
Oh, well, we were saying...
it was Pacton.
Yeah, because we had come to the conclusion that Pacton was most similar in weight to that thus far that we've like met and like taken note of.
be controlling her. Fuck.
Oh, like Pacton's the guy like running the show in the background.
That's why she doesn't know.
Let's point at Pacton. I fuck with it. Let's point at Pacton.
Oh, why can't we just put all four of them under a Genjutsu?
If we were
Water
Genjutsu
Spirit's
users.
only doing one.
Yeah, I know. I guess we point at Pacton.
Fucking, I fuck with point at Pacton.
Okay,
I think it's the
looking-
more unique answer.
Looking at Kamina, what's her weight? You know what I mean?
Errata can make another perception check.
Alright.
Let's just run it.
I need weight on everyone.
Dude, why do I
Okay.
only roll so
It's not-
fucking high on these stupid situations? It's so irritating.
Oh, this is necessary. What do you mean?
Yeah, so Kamina, she's beefy, bulky girl. I would say she's definitely within that 170 to 180 range.
Fuck.
There's no way, bro. Although, we did kind of get rolled and smoked by Ratsumi when we pulled up with Kamina. Which was kind of odd.
Yeah, but then they headed north. Fuck, man. Oh, this is tough.
So Pacton and Kamina are the two weight class similarities that we have thus far.
Yeah.
Did we figure out what kind of jutsu Kamina uses?
No, she just uses her fucking sword.
You never saw her use a jutsu, as far as I can recall.
Okay,
Or if you
I-
did, it was just Buki jutsu.
Yeah, I didn't think we did.
I don't think it's Kamina.
What shoes was she wearing? I was always looking at shoes. I actually didn't make that clear.
You were looking at shoes.
I was looking at women's feet.
Yeah, she was wearing Gita.
Oh fuck.
Is that the one?
That is the one that's maybe Imawari. Yeah.
Wait.
It's not Imawari anymore.
Yeah, it's not
Now that we
Imawari
found out.
anymore. So if
Gito.
we are going shoes and weight, Kamina is the lineup right now. That's so funny, bro. Wait, that would kind of make sense because if the other two were playing fair, and Kamina either one felt like she wanted the role but didn't feel like she had a say because she wasn't part of a clan, or two just liked the fight and liked the chaos, is also another option.
True. True. Could it be Kamina?
I could see reasonableness for Kamina.
She was kind of reluctant to get involved with the fight, though. I mean, like, she liked the idea
Was
of fighting,
she?
but she also hated the politics.
I don't know if she like hated the idea of getting in the fight, but rather like not doing it on her own accord. I think was like her thing, which again I think would be more reason to like, oh, let me just mess with these people because
Okay, so right is honored ally, your friend. Bottom would be Aranari. Top would be the Mizukage. Left would have been Sheena. The Gita makes sense. The high platform would be Sheena. The black silk fabric thong is Aranari. And the rice
What?
straw rope is the Mizukage. This is checking out so far. The boil / fire release could have been, or the boil's not. It wasn't necessarily fire release, but it could have been Aranari. I feel like we
Aranari.
talked it up to Aranari for some reason or other.
yeah, we kind of talked about it.
You can go ahead and make an intelligence check on that if you want to use the toe.
Okay.
We did
Now
have.
that
I think we
you
have
do
more
know a little.
reason.
Actually, well, yeah. I mean, you do know a little bit more about Arin right now.
With advantage though, since I know a lot more.
Yeah, sure. I'll give you advantage.
You just got the most pity advantage I've ever heard
Yeah,
in my life.
and 12 is exactly what I deserve for that advantage too.
Yeah, so you
One for
are
trying.
you are aware that Arinari doesn't really do a good job of manifesting his power unless someone is attacking him.
Okay.
So
Right.
unless you think that the Mizukage was attacking Arinari at that point.
Oh, where was the rat weed?
Inside like one of the plants.
No.
Oh,
You
like
said
you're saying
the
which
ramen.
food? It was in. I think
The
I wrote it down.
bottom bowl where Mystery Stranger was sitting.
And maybe the thing was like, yo, bitch, trying to get one over on me. Heathen.
So you think Kamina was getting pranked? And
Well, no, Arinari was getting pranked, and then the spirit.
I thought Arnari sat on the right side. Did we just say it was in the bottom bowl?
Yeah, the rat weed was in the bottom bowl.
Arinari sat in the bottom bowl.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the rat weed was in the bottom one.
I thought Arnari sat on the right. Okay, so we're saying Arnari
No,
sat on the bottom.
right was
Bottom
ally.
right.
Multiple people just said things.
The bowl was at the bottom right. That's why he's saying the right. It was at the bottom though.
Okay.
Yeah, the right seat is honored ally or friend, which would have been Kamina, because why would Imari be the trusted ally or friend?
Wait, I have.
She was his most trusted advisor.
Okay, maybe I
Oh,
have this
yeah.
written down
Sheena?
wrong, but I have Mizukage sits at head, Sheena sits at right, honored ally or friend seated at left, someone unknown seated
Yeah.
across.
It
No,
depends on your perspective.
Yeah, it depends on your perspective, but from the map, it was the other way around. So the left
Okay.
person, like if you look at it top down,
Yeah.
with Mizukage at the top, the left side would have been Sheena. That was not there at that meeting. The
Okay.
right side would have been an honored ally or friend, which is the person
I
you're
see.
theoretically trying to choose. And the bottom person was Arinari.
It was Arnari. Okay.
Yeah, that's correct from the map. From your if you were looking from the Mizukage's perspective, then what
Then
you
it
have
would've
is
been
correct, I
left.
think, Arata.
Okay, gotcha. I think that's the way we were given that information, so that's how I initially wrote it down. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I just have food was poisoned written. I don't have which bowl it was.
I think it was the
It was Arinari's bowl.
yeah, it was
Okay.
Arinari's
I'll
bowl,
just confirm that for you.
which would make sense if the spirit came out when he was like, "This is poison."
Oh, true.
Yeah,
And then there's the ritual knife thing.
Yeah, I think the Mizukage definitely wanted to like attack Arinari or
Wait, that
something.
would also kind of make sense as to why he was killing the blood god, like at the end there with the whole beam and all that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, so anyway, what's our who are we saying is the person on the side? Like, did we come up to any conclusions on that?
So the people that were to the right is either Kamina or Pacton.
That's where we're at is
From
Camino
the-
Pacton.
From the people that we're looking at. right now.
Pacton doesn't wear those shoes, I don't think.
No, Pacton did not. I did look at his shoes, and I don't remember what they were, but I don't think there was that.
I'm okay
Is that
with
right?
ripping Camino.
Because I wrote maybe Iwari. Kamina is so rough. What if she just fucks us all up?
Okay, the
So-
way I see it, if we're wrong, who cares? If we're right, it's hype.
What? Okay, so I'm sorry, but why are we
One last
throwing
intelligence
community?
check real quick from Izuto, please. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I
Steve.
don't.
What check?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Intelligence. I'm not for throwing Kamina under the bus.
We're not throwing her under the bus. The evidence points towards her. Fuck me. 11, 12. Can the next one be 13?
Hold on. No, I'm not gonna roll it.
13.
This case is a good roll.
Um,
With
Valid.
advantage because I know it.
the person who, I mean, I'll give you a little bit for this, but not too much. The person who was intending on betraying the Mizukage, would they have used their own shoes, knowing they might have to leave it behind?
True, by the way.
I still haven't gotten that. Did everybody just go away like barefoot?
It appears that way. It was a stressful situation.
Could have been Rets. No, that doesn't even make sense. Ratsumi was there though.
She was there. You kind of at this point, since you're aware, she was probably in her werewolf form at that point. Based off of the information that you got.
Yeah, because we
Those
found out there was like
flashbacks.
and the animal thing like running away.
Yeah.
I
Dude, why did we find singing koi that didn't mean anything? Let's pull on that. I don't speak fish.
don't know. I think it's.
The
I would
fish didn't
point
speak
Pacton.
dog,
I mean, they
so-
did get nervous when you made up that lie about finding scorch marks.
I'm literally okay either way.
Like, I just don't think Kamina's. From what I've seen of her personality, I don't think she's got it in her to be the cunning.
I think so either. I would say it was probably Pacton. Alright, I guess I will vote Pacton.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Yep, that's what I got to.
Alright. I guess we're confirming on Pacton.
Okay. So you guys sort of wink, wink, nudge, nudge Sheena over to Pacton.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so.
Just for the record, I'd like, just out of my curiosity, what's your confidence level for each of you on this accusation?
Strong.
Like out of
Strong 6. Strong 6. It's above average, but it's not that above average.
10? Okay.
Like
Arata?
out of 10.
10?
No, I said out of 10.
Out of 10.
Well,
if it's not a 20, it's like an 11 or 12.
out of 10, probably like a 4. Because
Yeah.
there is stuff that goes towards him, but I don't think there's a single person in here that I would pick and I would be more than 50% confident. So
Yeah.
Same. I'm a solid.
I don't know.
like,
I don't know what
four
like, clues we
three.
missed, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So Sheena directs the Great Water Spirit's attention, and she says, "That one, Pacton, the Jonine."
Dude, Pacto would like lose his shit.
Pacton's like, what the fuck are you on about?
Pacton's eyes go wide, but before he can react, the Great Water Spirit appears in the water over there and sort of wraps him in its arms for a moment. It lets him go, and Pacton, he's just like looking from side to side, clearly very frightened. The Water Spirit says, "Mortal lives so very boring, but guilt in him is outpouring."
Sheesh.
With that, Imari looks shocked.
She
Your comrades
was
would
innocent.
nod. Sheena nods and gestures at Pacton, who does begin to flee, but Anbu appear next to him. In a brief, violent battle, he is subdued and taken away. Sheena looks at all of you and says, "Thank you for your help. In any case, Great Water Spirit, we will be seeing you soon." The Great Water Spirit sort of gives a little bow and vanishes beneath the surface.
Ooh.
I'm just happy it wasn't Amari.
Sheena says, "In that case, we will bid our friends from the Leaf adieu until we see each other hopefully over the diplomacy table or perhaps on the battlefield, depending on the way things go, we must discuss who will be succeeding the next Mizukage. We thank you for your service and your words.
Of course. Thank you guys
Of
for
course.
letting us come help.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, and before we leave, just so you know, there's quite a lot of heat radiation and stuff still on that island. I would just honestly recommend trying to leave it alone for a long while and letting it chill out.
Sheena nods and says, I suppose you've earned quite a bit of trust if that's your opinion. I see no reason to lift the Mizukage's mandate that it be kept separate and forbidden for those of the mist to trespass upon it. Thank you.
Mhm.
She nods. She says, if I am the Mizukage, at least, I will not be lifting the mandate.
Glad to hear it.
Okay.
All right. Unless
give
there's
I give Dracoma a handshake and I give Amari like a wink and sticking on my tongue.
She doesn't react. Drakama gives you a handshake. He looks kind of stressed by this whole situation and you guys declaring that Sheena is apparently the Mizukage's next choice. But all the same, he does have a certain amount of respect for you, and you were willing to fight on his side. So he does return the handshake in good
So he
faith.
thinks.
Not great. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
before we leave, I check on Matafusa to make sure he's okay. If he's okay, that's all I need to know. Oh, and a fight. Fuck.
You look around for Matafusa as you guys exit the council chamber, and you have some time in the city before you leave, I assume. You do not. No one is aware of Matafusa's whereabouts. However, you do receive a letter, Izuto, titled "From the Master Monk." But as you open it is not from him. It is from Matafusa. It says, "Hey, I'm okay. So's Godara.
Nice.
He told me about something, and we are gonna go and try and deal with it. Best of luck on your journey, Izuto, and wish me luck on mine."
Interesting.
What a lucky bitch. I want to fight him. All right.
Lucky
Oh, God, I
bitch.
want to know where she's going.
I would say before I leave, or before we leave the thing, I would just want to go to Amari, and just like more of like being like, hey, sorry you had to deal with that, like nothing super serious, just because me and her had that mutual respect of like, hey, we want to be diplomats about it, so just more kind of the respect of like, yeah, hopefully you can, your clan can get over this.
She she greets you somewhat coldly, but accepts your well wishes.
Valid.
All right. With that, unless anyone has anything else,
I'm Gucci.
all right.
And
You guys finally have completed the arc
Let's
of the Hidden Mist Village. Congratulations.
With no
You guys
deaths.
are getting a level up.
People
nice.
On the
B-rank jutsu, baby.
Is it B rank jutsu now?
Yes, sir.
I believe so.
In any case,
Can't wait to
you
up that
guys-
to an S.
begin traveling your way back. I assume with Arata knowing what he's waiting for, you guys hurry as quickly as you can back to Konoha. That's a little too happy of travel music.
Just
Yeah, seriously.
Arata knowing what he's waiting for?
I would
just like
also
to talk.
want to talk to Arad and Izuto, like, so what are we gonna tell the village when they figure out the water dragon's gone?
Well, we keep up, first off, the same story we told them about Mizukage and everything. I think we just
Yep.
keep that. As for Water Dragon, I think that's a you call, to be honest.
Yep.
We can either tell them
we
that...
don't get exiled and killed.
Yeah, we can either tell them that it got ripped out of you, and like you had no choice in the matter. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, okay, so I was gonna say, like, it got ripped out of me, I had no choice, and then I was gonna try and spin something about the whole, like, blood dragon thing, since, like, its parent got used to be a sacrifice. I was thinking, like, spin some nonsense about how it got used as a sacrifice.
As in, so saying like they ripped the dragon out and then killed it.
Yeah.
Who are we saying did that though? If we're
I don't
because
even
asking
know.
someone to rip a dragon out and then perform some kind of killing the dragon ritual is assuming they have
Yeah.
a pretty strong person that took a hold of us. Which did
Yeah,
happen.
because if it got ripped out and then killed, that kind of makes it easy for us. But if it got ripped out and it's still alive, then they're going to be like,
No, yeah, I agree. We could.
That's telling you. Fuck it. We can draw it. Get some Sharpie. We know enough Fujitsu.
You do so
I'll try
okay.
it.
With these, no, it wouldn't be the same. I mean, we could always say the sparrows.
Well,
did it.
we can
could always
say
the
no. We can
sparrows
say
did
it gave its life up in
beat the blood
ice
god?
thing. No. It gave its life up
Oh, like keeping us alive from the
in ice
blast.
from the giant beam that went on that island.
Yes.
Okay. We can.
Fucks with that.
Boom.
I fucks with
Dead,
that.
and
Boom.
there's no outside thing that
Oh,
it
Yeah.
it did it itself.
I fucks with it.
okay, cool.
I fucks with it.
It got ripped out of me against my will
No,
by...
it did not get ripped out of you.
Itself. It protected you.
It just while inside of you, it like kaboomied and like shelled all of us.
Life force.
Right.
Yeah.
Who ripped it out of me, though? Who we going to say ripped it out of me?
No one ripped it out of you.
No one.
The dragon used its life force to protect.
Yeah,
us.
the
Nobody
dragon
ripped
like
it out of you.
last will just went. I'm
Yeah.
going to
Okay.
do this to
Okay.
save
It
Suiko and
died,
her friends.
it died inside of you,
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
which is why
Okay.
you still have the blessings. We can.
Yeah,
that's how we-
yeah.
that's how
Okay.
we-
Okay. Got it.
Nobody ripped it out.
Nobody.
Okay.
That never happened. So
Okay. Cool.
And then second note, in layer deeper, do we tell Kenjiro? We do. It's Kenjiro.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Are we telling
actually,
him-
that's your call. Never mind. That's your call. That's not my call.
you
I
can tell
trust
Kenjiro the dragon-
Kendro enough.
That's your call.
we
'Cause it was my
do.
call with the curse mark.
We don't tell Kenjiro about
Ratsumi?
Ratsumi,
Okay, then that's your call, so that's fair.
or we can tell him about like her being dead, but not why she died and how she died and all that good stuff.
That's fair.
Little-
Everybody's curses and
we all have our
entities
things.
will be voted to each other. I told Kendra
Yeah.
myself, Suiko can tell Kendra herself, and Arata will choose to not.
I get
tell
to have a
himself.
really fun conversation with my father about it, though.
Oh, you're gonna bring up the whole... Are you gonna tell your dad about the
Hell
whole
yeah, I'm
thing?
gonna talk to my dad
Well,
about
yeah,
it.
kind of.
My dad was clearly aware.
Okay. Well, I mean,
So-
you're not gonna tell him that you have it, are you?
I
Right.
haven't decided that yet, but I'm good.
Okay.
We can keep
Yeah.
going.
Okay.
I was like,
Alright.
that conversation.
Has
is not
everyone's
happening
lies been
tonight.
sorted out?
I think so.
Horrible people.
What happened? Wait, can we, wait.
Not me. I told everyone the truth.
Look, it's
To be
only 100 feet to Konoha. It shouldn't take us that long.
That's true. That's true.
True. Yeah. I did 100 feet again.
Get rolled.
Yeah, 100 feet.
All right. So you guys travel back. All your stories all prepared.
Yes.
I would guess that you would stop by Lady Isato's compound first. And I mean, it's up to you guys. Where do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
East compound.
Okay.
Our mommy.
Thank you,
so to
Mommy
speak.
Isato.
Yes, the sparrows. Here they are.
Our trophy.
Our
room.
trophy room.
Yes, yes.
And we
I
can
would-
add
I
two
would-
more to that
We
group.
can
right?
add two more.
I wish I kept the Mizukage's hat and then I just go around hunting their hats.
That'd actually be really
Oh,
funny.
that's a different campaign, a fun one, but a different one.
Okay. Just
Uh,
keep that in the back burner.
Here, wait. Hear me out. Can we do a little bit of this? Just because it feels right.
Dead as hell. True.
You can have both.
Oh
folks.
hell yeah! Drop that bitch to 0. Get rolled and smoked, nerd.
You never actually saw Aranari's demon.
We did
Yes,
not.
yes,
We
like-
avoided it the whole time.
Well, good work, I guess. Um,
Sounds
all
like
right. So, as you guys arrive at Lady Isato's compound, you guys head inside into the dojo, sort of announcing your presence, I suppose. No one
Mommy.
comes to greet you, however.
Oh.
Neither Lady Isato or Kenjiro. And the mailbox at the front of the compound is like stuffed full.
Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead and empty it out.
Not
Right.
ideal.
Okay. You sort through the mail.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I was. If it's Isato, just put it on her desk. Kenjiro, put it on his desk. I don't really feel. I know the laws, and you don't open. All right.
One of them is not addressed. It's only addressed to this address, not to anyone in particular.
Okay, we
What would you like to do with it?
Obviously, we opened that
open
one.
that one.
Okay.
That one's not illegal.
Inside is a note.
I would like to read the
We read the
note.
note.
I will post it in the Discord.
Oh,
And it is written like this, these words specifically as it is written here.
Is this your way of saying it's not a typo?
It's not a typo.
God, Osaka? Is there an Osaka?
Osaka was the boy that you guys chilled with in your very first mission.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
Osaka, birds need one more. Oh, I gotta turn. I'm like looking at this sideways. Okay, these are weird words.
Got
Birds need one more
Osaka.
Suiko baby and one more key. 3 birds 5. Whole region with Arata's forgotten friend. Care endgame.
The last words, I mean, it's kind of obvious. It was written very, very quickly.
Do we recognize the handwriting to be
Yeah,
either
to be
Kenjiro's or
Kenjiro's or
Isato's?
Kenjiro's.
Okay.
sorry, one more time. Who is Osaka?
He's the
One
trapper kid.
more- Okay, so
Oh,
one more
okay.
Suiko baby. So I'm
One more
assuming sparrows
dragon.
need another dragon.
And one
thing.
more key, which
Key.
could be the Land of Wind keys. Did we get all of those? I don't remember.
I think we did. I think that's a different
Three
thing.
sparrows spotted
God,
whole region
Osaka.
with
What was-
Arata's forgotten friend.
I'm guessing that's my gay friend might be who he's referring to. I forgot his name. I have it
Oh.
written
Oh yeah,
somewhere.
the Byakutan guy.
Yeah. I'm guessing. I don't know
So
for sure.
whole
but-
region. Where was Byakutan from? Is it Stone?
Let me see. I have it.
He was from the village hidden in the stone, yes.
Hodashi. Hodashi. That's the one.
Hodashi.
Whole region
3
with
birds spotted.
Hey, yeah, and to be clear, not forgotten. So thank you.
Yeah, not forgotten. We love him. Okay,
Um,
so he got kidnapped in the Stone Village, is what we're.
Why are
Yeah.
we saying he got kidnapped because of Osaka?
Yeah, because Osaka got kidnapped, but I don't know.
Oh.
That would be why he probably coded it. Yeah. So got kidnapped. Birds need one more dragon, I suppose, and one more key.
So it could be the. Do we still have those, by the way? Do we still have like the golden idol things?
The idols that I got, I used to open that one door. Are you talking about the ones that made the kanji symbol?
I think so.
Because we got all of those.
Did we get all 6?
Yeah, because we finished the kanji symbol. That's what opened the thing.
Got all 6 of them? I thought we were missing some.
If it's not your inventory, it's not your inventory.
That's valid.
I believe we had gotten them, and I think didn't the sparrow people have the other ones we were missing, and that's when we used them to
Oh shit, maybe.
or something
Okay,
like that.
whatever. Yeah, okay, I think
You're right. So I need one more key. I'm
3
guessing
birds spotted, so 3 sparrows.
3
presumably.
sparrows.
Um,
Horse, it's the village hidden in the stone.
and care end game.
Karen game. Karen game.
Karen
Karen.
game. Squib game.
Korea. They're in Korea.
They're in.
Oh my
South
god.
Korea. And he was really poor, so he had to make money.
Mm.
no, so care endgame. So
I don't know what care means.
care
Care end game. Care.
endgame. Care endgame. Care. Like take care.
I was
for
literally about to
the
say,
endgame.
take care, get ready that it's about to be the end game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going.
Okay,
Or like,
I'm
be
sorry,
careful.
but didn't the notebook? What? God dang it! What was in the notebooks or something we got from the sparrows? They mentioned whetstone or something, and then something about elder, the sage, something. God damn it!
So mentioned in those notebooks from your information was Waystone. I believe Sage Key was also mentioned.
Yes.
Okay. Sage key.
Okay, that's right. I was like, we got the key from somewhere. Keys. That's not the first time we've heard key.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to just assume Murata told us this, but when he was trying to persuade old what's her face to vote, God, what clan was that?
Futon?
I don't know. She meant no. It went no. It was here in Konoha. Sarutobi, I think.
Oh, yes, what about her?
I vaguely remember she mentioned something related to sages in that discussion with
she
you.
talked about the sages because the Sarutobi is like one of the oldest clans, and so she like talked about the sages.
Okay,
a
so
little bit.
I'm gonna go ahead and say he got kidnapped.
Yes.
They need one more
Stop him.
dragon and
Yes.
one more sage. 3 birds have been spotted in the Land of Stone. Be careful, it's the end game, or take care in game.
Yeah.
I don't know care in game yet.
Karen Game's iffy, and Key is, we're assuming
Key
Sage
is-
Key.
I'm
We still don't know what
assuming
that
Sage.
means, but like, do they just need a Sage? I guess.
Yeah, or like one more person to like Jinchuriki.
Maybe.
Maybe.
As you guys are discussing this, there's a light knock on the dojo door.
I jump at. I get scared.
Open.
Yeah. I assume we all go open it.
The Hokage nods and walks in.
Oh God. Oh
Close the
God.
door, close the door,
Jesus
close the door,
Christ.
close the door, close the door. He can't see our trophy
Close the
room.
door. Push him out. Push him out.
The true horror arc begins now. He, flanked by the Anbu, he looks over at Suiko, sort of glaring at her. He says, "Where's the dragon?"
Stop hiding by me.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Ooh.